Hello, hello. I kind of forgot what time it is. Well, oops. Let me get myself set. Oh goodness. I was just glancing at Effector's of Change's stream for a second, and there's a young lady in her underwear. Goodness. Well, if you want to see that, you know where to look, huh? I mean, there are likely other places where you can see ladies in their underwear, but there you go. I wasn't expecting that. Shit, where the hell is my Twitch thing? Okay, here we go. 5 minutes to go from being a train wreck to being slightly more organized. Let's see how this works. Ah. Alright, so I'll try to breathe into my mic less. I suspect that is a regular problem for me, and all of my VODs will have that, but we'll give it a try. Well, you're not looking at Effector of Change's station, are you? Well, oh, no, it's back to him anyway. So, well, you could always check. Sorry, no ladies in their underwear here. Alright. Nose breaths, goodness. Probably not. I'm a bit of a mouth breather. But I am recovering from a cold a bit, so if the breathing is more pronounced, that could be why. Oh, sorry, ads. Ah. Actually, one sec. I should tell folks in the house that I'm doing this. Oh dear. Oh, it did? Well, the food ones are always kind of tricky that way. So, yeah, you're probably going to hear me breathe. I had a cold, and I'm still getting over that. Also, I mean, as weird sounds go, at least you know I'm alive. I'm not a vampire trying to pretend to be a person to lure you into a false sense of security. I mean, I could be. Maybe. Also, kind of have a bit of spot of heartburn, so I'm trying to kind of breathe that down, so wouldn't surprise me if you're hearing me. Fucking heartburn. And the cat wandered off. Damn cat. I am sad though. I had genuinely misread, and I thought I was going to get to do a Yorkshire accent and annoy you. Oh, I was so looking forward to that. Birmingham accent. Who do I know with a Birmingham? Ah, no. Thank you for letting me know. So hopefully I'll try not to do it quite so much. No, I appreciate that. So I don't even know anyone who I can annoy with a bad Birmingham accent. Goodness, that's not fair. That's not fair. Birmingham. Okay, Birmingham. That's a good start. Birmingham. Okay. All right. Well, I'll see if I can find some good Birmingham slang so I can drop it into my dialogue at least as I completely forget to try to do the accent about three bits of dialogue in. They always sound really sad. Okay, all right, okay. I'll see. I'll see if I can YouTube something or. Unfortunately, I do watch the occasional British thing, but so I know just enough to pick up some differences between different accents, but I don't actually understand like which accent is which. Oh, all right. Ozzy Osbourne is a Brummie. Okay. I do not know if I could do an Ozzy Osbourne accent. Hmm. That that's definitely worth thinking about. All right. Well, in the meantime, now oh fuck. What am I doing? I'm not even looking at I'm chatting away and not even looking at my countdown. All right. So, it's time for this poor asshole that I am playing to suffer through yet another horror module. All right, so where's my asshole? The module that we're currently playing is called Some Distant Shore. It's actually not from the horror module list that I've been using to pick these, but it's by the same author as a few of those that I've already played. It's very interesting so far. There we go. Rather melancholy. That and I got myself a deal with death. Oh, Christine McVie from Fleetwood Mac is also a Brummie. Interesting. Interesting. Hmm. Interesting. You know, I've never actually heard Fleetwood Mac talk when they're not being Fleetwood Mac. I mean, I'd imagine they say things when they're not like singing ridiculously catchy songs and cheating on each other, but I don't know very much about them. Oh, doesn't have the accent as much though. Well then, what help is that, Mr. Crappy? Goodness sake. All right. So I don't know if you've met this character, Mr. Crappy, but this is Sebastian Illalestre. He is an elven sorcerer, and he's kind of a dick, but he's not evil. Just a bit of a dick. All right. Where the fuck am I? So I helped a golem kill himself, and that was one of the three people that Death essentially hired me to kill for him. It was a very clever fake out because there was all this talk about a wizard who was incredibly powerful and wrapped up in his experiments, and I thought I was going to have to kill the wizard, but nope. It was a suicidal golem that I helped finish the job. Poor fellow. Ah, true, true. I can try that BBC posh accent. I suppose. Can I pull off that? Probably better than I could pull off a lot of regional accents, to be fair. I think possibly in the Goblins one shot, I might have no. I think I lost mine pretty quickly. Lana Kane was using a fake British accent of some hilarity though, as I recall. Oh shit. So let's see. What's my quest? A deathless love. Then it okay. So the backstory so far, if you do not recall, is that I met this woman in this little fishing village who is grieving her husband and wanted me to talk to Death about getting him back. I personally like the thought of talking to Death because in a different module by a different author, I accidentally sold my soul. Well, not accidentally, but it seemed like a good idea. I sold my soul to Yama, the Indian god of death. In this game, it's Thanatos, the god of death, but you know, I think probably some crossover there. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. I've got a full thing on YouTube. I can give you a link sometime to the playlist where I'm doing all these mods. They're quite fun, but it's okay. You don't have to. Let me think. It is kind of funny that it turned out that way. I don't know if Thanatos is like another form of Yama, because they're both gods of death from different cultures, or if they're rivals. If they're rivals, I'm thinking maybe if I can sell myself into service to both of them, they'll fight over me when I'm dead. I call that the John Constantine solution. It works for him. So, I got the gray figure, the golem. The next one, I need to talk to the captain by the docks and ask her about the Misty Isle, and the goat herd outside of town and ask him what he found in the hills. Okay. So, I'm supposed to kill somebody or see that they die. I I haven't been told who though. And that's what was quite clever about this the golem one. But I do know it's going to have a pretty nasty fight involved because they always do. All right. So here's the captain, Captain Fadra. I spoke to her before. Looking a pit playing Skyrim? That's okay. That's okay. You don't have to follow the story. How has Skyrim been? What are you playing?
Hello there.
Good night to you, Elvin. And to you. I was wondering if you knew anything about the Misty Isle. Aye, every captain who navigates these seas knows the Misty Isle. Many are there who tried to claim it as their own. What's there? 'Tis nothing there, just a lump of rock and ice sticking out of the middle of the ocean. There's a large volcanic vent at the south end from which steam hisses, and which give the island its name. The mists hang low, white, and thick about the island. Hmm. Why would anyone be interested in it? 'Tis not what's on the island, rather where it's located, smack dab in the middle of the sea lanes. Not to mention it's just about the only habitable island in these waters. There used to be another, but that's a tale for another time. As for Misty Isle, the military wants it for a naval harbor, the merchants want it for an outpost, and the pirates want it for a stronghold. Yet none have managed to claim it. Ah, vanilla stuff to get achievements on Steam? That's fun, that's fun. Well, are you aiming for the Daedric ones? Because Markarth is fun for that. Just saying. Ah, gotcha. Mods block the achievement, and then you're gonna mod the hell out of it. I enjoy playing modded Skyrim. I really do. Um, though I have this really bad habit of getting caught up in trying to find all these cool-looking mods and getting them to work together, and finding more and getting them to work together, that I never actually get around to playing Skyrim. It's like I'm too busy modding it to actually play it. It's awful. Okay, so why haven't they been able to claim it? There's an unseen presence in the mists. It's never been seen nor heard, but it's there, sure as I'm standing in front of you. You can feel its eyes upon you. There's an evil feeling in the air, a silence as sinister as a sleeping serpent. That is a very cruel sentence to give to someone with a lisp, thank you. Those that spend the night there have strange dreams of black winds and alien vistas. It's a miserable and disquieting place, and none stay there for long. Ooh, Blackthorn Manor. Oh, that does sound really fun. There's also one, though I think it's generally recommended for people who've gotten kind of bored with the base game, called Legacy of the Dragonborn, where it sets up a museum in, I forget where, maybe Solitude? Where, and it ties in a whole bunch of the adventure modules too. Or, well, not modules for Skyrim. Well, actually, maybe. But um, a lot of the fan-made story content you can install as supplemental and tie it all together. It's really, really cool. But Blackthorn Manor, I think I've seen that before. That does look really cool. Alright, would it be possible for me to charter your boat to take me there? Sure, I don't see why not. I'm between shipments as it is, and I feel like a badger in a barrel just standing around here on dry land. It'll take a couple of days to sail out there, so 10 gold should cover the expenses. Do I have 10 gold? I should have 10 gold. Yeah, I've got 10 gold. Here you go. Fort Melusina. What deviltry have you got me mixed up in? What are you talking about? Where are we? This island doesn't match the description you gave me. No, and I would not have sailed to this particular island for all the tea and Kitai. But all of a sudden I lost control of the ship. It was like a pair of giant hands were beneath the waves, grasping at the hull and pulling us here. Oh. One was Narum and one was the one you don't know the name of. Hmm. I haven't done very much of the fan-made adventures for Skyrim because they were always pretty resource intensive. I did like downloading things like the economy patches and things. And before the anniversary edition with its survival mode came out, I would download survival stuff. Oh, and a chest that I could summon out of nowhere because I hate dealing with inventory. Okay, well, what is this place? This is Melusina, once a naval fortress. Then one day a whaler came upon a warship from the island, floating adrift. Its decks were blood-stained and deserted. Only one man was aboard, and he was mad and died gibbering. She shudders. Then an admiral sent a company of his bravest soldiers into the fortress, while he waited outside in his flagship. The night was made ghastly by horrible screams and gibbering from the dark ruins, and blood-freezing laughter that was half-human. The sailors on the flagship felt warm, thick drops fall on their faces, while the shadowy skies filled with screams of agony and the laughter of monsters. Whoa. Dismembered limbs and gory, grinning heads were flung from the skies to fall on shuddering decks, while inhuman howlings mingled with the whisper of mighty wings. This dialogue's fun, but it's hard to read sometimes. Yeah. They do tend to take liberties with the lore. I can feel you there. I like doing fan made stuff for Neverwinter Nights, but that's a little different. The lore is a lot looser for Dungeons and Dragons anyway, and half of them are their own setting. But yeah, I could see being a lot pickier with the Elder Scrolls lore because it's more tied together. I think, if that makes sense. Eh, I mean, I guess you could make fun of just Jordan. She points an accusing finger at you. Since that horrible night, this island has been shunned by all. I've sailed near it many times, sometimes so close as to see dark shapes moving about behind the broken walls, or hear shrieking laughter vibrating with demonic malevolence. But never until now have I been bothered. Mystery and terror are about us. It's because of you that we're stuck here, and you must go and free us. Well, alright. I mean, I don't fucking know what's going on, lady. But let's see if I can get some light up. Ah. Hmm. I would play your storyline if you ever figure out how to make the mods to do it, if it helps. I'd recommend actually, you know what you could do is you could make it in the Neverwinter Night engine. That's much easier than making things in Skyrim, I think. I'd play that too. I wonder if anyone has done any Elder Scrolls type lore modules for Neverwinter Nights. Probably not because there are very different styles of game, but it would be kind of cool if someone did. I'll keep an eye out. I'll let you know if I find anything. All right. So, bodies raining from the sky. That sounds fun. Well, it's a bit crude to say it, but I don't think those people whose parts were thrown onto folks were my target necessarily. Sounds like death got to them pretty easily. You almost got RPG Maker at one point. I remember I did some playing with one when I was in college because a friend of mine had RPG Maker, and it did look like fun. But then I got distracted by other stuff. I've never really come up with a good coherent plot for an RPG. That's my problem. It's like I've got a lot of little ideas, but nothing to really tie them together. Oh, fuck me. Okay. That startled me more than I expected it to. Fuck's sake. Alright, well, let's fucking fireball these assholes. Or not. I thought I was fireballing these assholes. Come on. Why didn't it go off? I probably didn't have a clear line shot. I do now. Whoa. Some of them have damage absorption. That's fucking unfair. I might die and have to redo this because I didn't save. Fucking hell. Huh. What spell did I have here that I got rid of? I suppose it doesn't really matter. I'll figure it out. Ah, true, true. If you were to make a RPG or a mod to be by streaming for a while. Well, as much as I would love to play your mod, I would be very sad to not see your stream. So, that's a rough choice and very cruel to make of us. It'd be lovely to have time to do everything I want to do. I admit. Oh, that one didn't even hit any of them? Oh, fucking hell. Alright, well, I don't know what my resting prospects are here, but I guess I'm gonna have to fucking... Yep, gonna die. Hey, let me go, you fuckers. Yep, definitely gonna die, because I can't get the fuck out of here. Alright, well... Can I at least magic missile their ass? Okay, I'm getting a few, I guess. Better healing potion myself. These fuckers appeared out of nowhere. Smite good failed. Yep, sorry. This game is supposed to be played by a good character, but I am actually neutral. I am a rule breaker. Alright. Let's try lesser missile storm this time.
To dust.
Fuck. Alright, well.
Oh.
Well. Shit. Alright, let's get back there. Oh, that's true. That is true. If you streamed making it, it would spoil everything. Though a making of an RPG would be a fun stream session. Hello, kitty. Alright. Well, lesson yet again has saved my progress, but it's not like I got very far. Most of my time so far was babbling. Yep. So, let's go back to that captain. And next time, let's put some defensive spells on so I don't fucking die. Oh, that would be fun. To record the lines? That would be great. I've always wanted to be a voice actor. Alright, so, here we are. Okay, wait, I was going up. Alright, so we're going to talk to Captain Fadra again. I'm not going to read her dialogue again because I am lazy.
Hello there.
Okay, we're back to Fort Melusina. Body parts being strewn across the deck. Save. They weren't immune to fire. The fire did get some of them. I think they just have stupidly good evasion. Much to my dismay. But it is what it is. Alright, I have my sequencer robe, but I'm going to hold off on using that yet. And we're just going to put some stone skin up. And we're going to put up one of these. Hello, darling. An elemental to help with things. Alright, so let's wander myself around again, and we're gonna try not to die this time. I'll keep that in mind, Mr. Crappy. It would be fun to do a crappy squid collaboration, huh? Yeah, crappy squid. Well, that's okay. Sparkly Wallflower, you can watch me fail at it again in just a moment. But this time I'm slightly better set up. Alright. Let's see, I'm slightly more ghostly visaged. Crap monarchy? Oh, there you go. That could be, that might bring a different mental image to folk. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, that might get politics in the mix, huh? How's it going with your new king and all? Are you enjoying having a king? Sorry, I don't know how this stuff works. Ooh, late dinner at 4 a.m. What time zone are you in, Sparkly Wallflower? It's pretty late for Mr. Crappy, too, but I don't think it's 4 a.m. late. I hope it's not 4 a.m. late. Goodness. Not that I've never done things like that, but it's a work night, so I kind of have to try to sleep at a decent time. It's only 10 p.m. for me, though. Well, 10:30. Alright, so we're... Fuck that noise. That was the very first time I kind of regret not doing a face stream, just because the expression on my face when that noise hit, even though I was expecting it, was probably pretty funny. Ah, you just forgot to eat. Gotcha. Well, you should try not to forget to eat. That is my general life advice. I know that's not always doable. Oh. Well, they were there and now they've appeared behind me. That fucking is annoying. We're gonna do one fireball, because I know some of you were not evasive. Oh, that only hit like 2. What? Hi. Oh, shit. I forgot. Okay, 1 second. Sorry, guys. I have to give my cat her treat. Because it is our routine, and I have cheated her of her treat. 1 second. Oh, that's good. That's good. He's always been involved with that sort of climate change and environmentalist stuff, as I recall, so that's pretty cool. Ah, here we go. I'd point and laugh, but you've seen our politics. I have no way to judge. Okay, so... Hi, kitty. Yes, I've got your tube here. Oh. Here. You're dripping. Come on. Eddie. Okay, as it turns out, chicken-flavored squeeze-em-ups are a good choice for you, huh? You seem to like it a lot. Do you like chicken better than salmon? What kind of cat are you? I think you might. I think you're even more enthusiastic about this than you are the salmon. Yeah? Well, if the vet visit goes poorly, we might be mixing medication into this again. Hey, don't wander off, you ADHD little monster. Finish your treat. Yes, there's a bug somewhere. You can eat it after. We are bonding. Come on. Yep, this is bonus for you, listening to me feed my cat. Hi. Alright. Yes, squeezing. Alright, that's all we got in here. Yep. So what now? Will you let me pick you up? No? You gonna wander off? Okay. You sure? Okay. Last lick? Alright, one last lick. Okay. Come here, you. Alright, there we go. Alright, well, that was my cat. You can hear the licks? That's hilarious. Maybe my microphone is a little too sensitive now. I got so oh shit it is kind of going into the red as I talk. Oh well. Ah, you're a fence sitter when it comes to the monarchy? Well, I can see that. Not wanting your government to have the same powers of a president, I can definitely see that. Well, look, I can't really judge. I mean, I think I'm anti-monarchist in theory, but I'm also American. Red is the breaths, not the talking. Could be, could be. Alright, well, let's get back to trying to kill these fuckers. Alright. Because unfortunately, resting's kind of limited in this mod, so... Yeah, but quite a few of them have evasion. Alright, well... Let's missile storm you then. Because those things fucking hurt. I know. That's why it's my favorite spell. Look at that. No evading that bullshit. Where are you fuckers? Yep. I'm being heckled by a piece of crap. A nice piece of crap, though. Does Cromwell really count as a republic? I mean, it was Cromwell. I mean, if it helps, they went and founded my country after that, I think. There we go. Well, that is true. Well, like I said, I'm not going to tell you guys how to be. I am far too ignorant of the subject. I will say though, anytime I see the Squid Monarch against Monarchy, what a plot twist! Yeah, I'm also in favor of eating squids. Don't tell anyone. Yep. Now the trick to enjoying the reading about the brief period of Puritan nonsense is to watch the Tudors, and then you're like, okay, well, at least at least that was some vengeance, I suppose. Like, watch that version of Henry VIII kill off that version of Cromwell Senior, and then know that later on, great nephew kills great nephew. Yeah, I guess so. Great something nephew. If you pretend they're all fictional characters, it's not too bad. But yeah, I wouldn't want to live under the Puritans. They're fucking assholes. And I can say that. Because we're fucking founded by them. But I will say, whenever I see a news article that's like Kate or Meghan or even Camilla, and it's like they're embarrassing the throne for their behavior because they wore white on a Tuesday or something. I'm like, really, guys, really? Of all the shit that you people have done in the media and before the media, you're gonna blame these women for wearing an outfit? Really? Yeah, that's the extent of my anti-monarchist tendencies. I admit. It's like I will always, in theory, side with the women who are at best mildly embarrassing. All right, so the Misty Isle. The captain has explained that the Misty Isle is nothing but a lump of ice and rock. I do follow. News. You're mostly pissed off at Meghan and Harry. You guys always seem to be pissed off at Meghan and Harry. It's kind of funny because I follow some people who are really big into royal news, and because they're Americans, they tend to be pro Meghan and Harry, and but there are some that are against. And I'm just watching this back and forth, going, really? Do we really care that much? They're all very rich. They all have lives beyond anything I will ever know. I don't care. So how do you feel about Meghan and Harry, Mr. Crappy? Sorry. You don't have to answer that. Anyway. Anyway, so let's see. But it's strategically located. Mysterious presence drives visitors away. And now we're waylaid. Mysterious force or being brought us to a dark, menacing ruin. And I need to find what forced us here and destroy it. Well, that's easy enough. Now, is there anything besides this little area that has a door? Which is marked as a ruined tower. Ha, you're very open about them. You don't like them. That's fair. They seem like they'd be annoying. I did think it was funny, though, when it seemed like other royals were getting into trouble, and then suddenly it would be about. This was before they left, of course, and suddenly it would be about how Meghan wore the wrong dress or something like that. You don't like shit stirs. That's fair. And I remember seeing that and being like, really, really, don't your royal, like, isn't there a royal that's probably in more trouble than Meghan right now? Cough, cough. But that's the gist of my my exposure to royalty. It's like, oh fucking hell! I keep walking into these groups of things trying to kill me. Alright, it looks like I can take out a few of these anyway. Yes, made this. I didn't mean to shoot it that far back. Alright. Yeah. That's true. That's true. Yeah, yeah. I can definitely see why they would. They definitely seem like they're looking for attention. That is from this relatively neutral point of view. Those people, but I don't know. Oh fucking hell! And I didn't save again. Why am I not saving? Someone remind me to save, please. All right. I see. I blame the royals for this. All of them. William, Harry, Charles, the girls. I blame them all for the fact that I keep forgetting to fucking save. Yep. See, that's what I get for shit talking another country's governing when well, yeah, like. I had I had a Canadian mutual on Twitter before it went all X, um, who would get really really upset whenever Americans would make jokes about Canada, and it's kind of like it's kind of like, guys, it's an open target. Look at us. Do you really care what we have to say about your country? Really, I mean, do we have a leg to stand on anything? Netflix books, etc. Hi, Rashke. See, Mr. Crappy is British, so he's got a British point of view of everybody involved. I think I don't know. I don't know enough about it. I think criticizing our politics is fine. The one thing I do get a little sensitive about is when folks make jokes about healthcare and jokes about voter suppression. I get a little bit touchy about that, and just because for all the train wreck you've heard about America, and there's a lot, there's a good portion of us who do not like what's going on right now, and who have known people who like die from lack of health care and so on. So it's a little bit of a touchy subject. School shootings are probably a good thing not to make too many jokes about. But if you want to joke about Americans in general and our politicians, that's fine. Because they're terrible, like objectively. I You are absolutely okay to have opinions on that. My own thought is simply that I understand no system is perfect and that there's plenty to complain about on your end too, but please just don't be like us. Is the extent of my political all right, my political wisdom. I don't know. Just don't do us. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, that's I think where kind of the line is for me. And I knew someone who actually got offended that we were offended at the joke made. And it was like, I don't know. They were justifying it because of American privilege or something like that. And it's above my pay grade to analyze that sort of thing. It's like, sure, okay, America probably does have privilege, however you define that vis-a-vis other countries, particularly Canada, because we live to annoy Canadians. But when you make jokes like about the healthcare and voter suppression and so on, you're making jokes about school shootings. Jesus Christ, you're making jokes about the people who really don't have the privilege. Not there. In other contexts, yes, but I like this one. An American, a Scot, a Canadian are traveling in a car together where there's a fatal crash. All three of them end up at the pearly gates, where Peter reveals that there's some kind of error, and rather than leave them in limbo, they can be resuscitated for $1,000. All right, fine. That's a funny one, Reshke. Fine. Fuck you. That one is funny, and I'm angry about it. I don't even know if there's more of a punchline to it, but that's already funny. Damn it. Yeah, that tends to be my position too. And there are things about other countries that I don't really think is great to make fun of either. But let's I realize that professional comedians will make jokes about anything, and that's part of that's their job. It's like, okay, but the average person on Twitter isn't a professional comedian, so let's leave that up. Let's leave that to the people who get paid for it. All right. Oh, I love. Okay, so there's more of a punchline to even that scenario. Okay, the American wakes up from death, shocking the medical community, and he explains what happened. A reporter asks, "What about your two companions?" "Well, last I saw, the Scot was haggling over the price, and the Canadian was waiting for the government to pay his." All right, that's pretty good. Fine, fine. You got the one healthcare joke that I actually think is kind of funny. Oh, let me not die, okay? I've been I've been chatting too much and just dying here. All right. What are you trying to kill? Oh, that guy. All right. Well, that's fair. All right. Can I rest? I would like to rest at some point because spells are a finite resource in this game. What the hell is a hag's eye? Ooh, let's steal that. Yeah, I think so. You are suddenly reminding me how sad I am that there were quite a few British comedians on Netflix some time back that I enjoyed, but I didn't. They took down the specials, and I'm sad about that. I can't remember who the other one is, but he had a bit about Dad's army that I thought was very funny, despite the fact that I've never dealt with that. Oh, okay, hold on. A hag's eye is a magical disembodied eye created by a hag Covey. Any of the three hags who created the hag eye can see through it when they wish. This disembodied eye is sent out to spy for the Covey. Okay. Can I break it? Should I break it? Try to break it.
Here.
I cannot. Can I blow it up? Can I hit it with a magic missile? Ah, that was a waste of a spell. I don't have very many spells. There's a campfire here, so. Bet they're on UK Netflix. I bet they are. I bet they are. This meat does not look like it came from an animal. Oh, fun. Does it count as cannibalism if they're humanoid monsters that are eating people? Asking for a friend. Demon amulet. Oh. Well, that's a shame. Only used by evil. This amulet bears the mark of Orcus, the demon prince. Tokens such as these are often given to those who have made some sort of fiendish... Oh, well, that explains why I'm here. It's because of fucking Orcus. Well, that's okay then. Fucking Orcus. If they're eating another humanoid species, no? It's hard to say, because we don't really have other humanoid species on Earth, do we? Like, if a Neanderthal ate a Cro-Magnon, would that be cannibalism or not? Alright. So did we solve this issue or not? We killed a bunch of things, and there's a demon amulet. Is that it? That seems kind of anticlimactic. Let's talk to her.
Hello there.
Any luck? Yes, I found a hag covey that included a sea hag. It was most likely she who was responsible for us being here. Well, then let's leave this dark and forlorn place. Oh, okay. I guess I did resolve this. You would say no. Interesting. Ah, well, this is a nicer locale. You have the ominous and unmistakable feeling of being watched by someone or something. I said too soon. Species matter when they can crossbreed. Now, that's true.
Hello there.
Looks like we've got company. I don't recognize the ship, I'm afraid. She points over to the dilapidated tower. This might be the old lighthouse. It's the only structure on the whole island. It's been abandoned for some time. They never found any builders or lighthouse keepers willing to stay long enough to keep it up. I suppose... That's a thought. Oh, you swear you can almost hear a faint sound mixed in with the gentle wind and surf. Like a whispered voice at the edge of your hearing. Okay, that's fucking creepy. I suppose if they can crossbreed, I would call it cannibalism. If they can't crossbreed, maybe I would feel different. And there's a ship. Are there any people in the ship? Chimpanzees have DNA 99% similar to humans, but eating them isn't cannibalism. Do we eat them? I mean, Americans don't, but in general. I mean, I'm sure there's some Americans who do. Do British people eat chimpanzees? I think I would feel kind of weird about that. I mean, I kind of feel weird about the idea of eating a primate in general. Though I don't know if that's a rational thing or not. I mean, I know, at least if I watch Clue. Oh, hey, here's a fucker. And he's not hostile. Will he become hostile? Let's find out. It seems only slightly less cold in here than it does outside. This is a dwelling that has not known warmth for a long time. Hi.
Hi, yes. What?
Oh, hi. You startled me. Who are you? I'm one of Karkel's men. Karkel, the Unrelenting, that is. He's going to be the next big sheep of the northern tribes. Only a matter of time. That's why we're here. Karkel knows he who controls the Misty Isle controls the sea lanes. How does he propose to do that? Well, the other day, who happens to walk into the village and offer Karkel his services but a scion? Of course Karkel took this as a sign from the gods. You know what a scion is, don't you? I do. Ah, only places with chimps in the wild do. Well, that makes sense. No, I don't. They're extremely rare. A scion is someone who uses psionics. Basically, someone who's developed their mental powers. Karkal is a crafty one, and he realized that no one had ever used a psychic before to attack the problem of the isle. Thing is, as we approached the island, the scion started to act all funny-like, very jumpy and sweating, even though it's cold as hag's teeth out here. That's a metaphor. What happened? As soon as we got here, the damn scion falls into a trance. We had to carry him into this lighthouse. I tell you, Karkal is mad enough to bite through the nails. So Karkal is raging and roaring, and the scion just lies there, like he's knocked out or something. Then all of a sudden, he jumps out and runs out. Karkal chases after him, leaving me here by myself. That's true. That's true. People do eat monkeys. I mean, all I remember about eating monkeys is the bit from Clue with and fried monkey brains, while a delicacy, is very rarely served outside of Cantonese cuisine or something like that. I probably massacred the line. Is that what we ate? Everyone can quote Clue, I think, at my age bracket in my area anyway. Why are you so nervous? Can't you feel it? There's an evil feeling in the air, as if something might be passing around that the eye can't see. It wants to be left alone. Alright, well, that's fucking creepy. Alright. Well, we resolved being waylaid. I hope I didn't miss anything in the other island. Well, if I did, I guess I lost my shot. Don't remember the Indiana Jones monkey brain scene? You know, I don't. Ha, you can quote Cluedo. Of course you can. I actually don't. It's been years since I've seen Indiana Jones. Unfortunately, the one I remember probably the best is the really racist one, but that happens sometimes. So there are some rags in here. Alright, let's go here. Caps lock's on. There we go. Cluedo, as it's originally known, is also from Birmingham. Interesting. I did not know that. It all comes full circle, doesn't it? Yeah, this is kind of a cushy place, this lighthouse. If it weren't so fucking creepy. Ooh, prayer book. Somnus, quietest of the gods. Somnus, peace of all the world. Balm of the soul. Who drives cares away. Who gives peace to weary limbs after a hard day's toil, and strength renewed to meet the morrow's task. I beseech you, draw your shady wings over my eyes and relieve my troubled sleep. I met Somnus. He was kind of an okay dude. Okay. So, it was invented by a guy hiding from air raids during World War II. That's fascinating. I had no idea there was an interesting backstory. I know the backstory from Monopoly, which the poor lady who invented it would probably be horrified at what Monopoly became, but I did not know there was a backstory to Clue. That is cool. My level of success with Clue depends on how thorough I am with taking notes during the process. This door leads up to the light tower. I want to go up to the light tower. Asshole. Okay. Well, on the plus side, this is a place I can rest and get spells back. I have spells back. I'm quite happy. Alright, let's get some stone skin and ghostly visage on. You know the backstory because it was first printed in West Yorkshire. Ah, it all ties together now, doesn't it, Mr. Crappy? It does, it does. I'm calling it then, my character's the murderer. This is not a spoiler, it's not based on anything. I don't know for sure. Alright. Misty Island, the interior. Well, it's very snowy. I am thankfully not wandering around in underwear anymore. Fuck, stop that. Fucking pop-up menus. Somehow the quiet feels like a beast of prey waiting to pounce. Okay. I hate missing the little bits of dialogue. They're so evocative. Alright. Uh-oh. That sounds like a sound effect of something that I'm gonna have to kill. Well, no, they're alive, so maybe just in case. If you ever quit video game streams, you start doing history tours of Yorkshire. You know what you could try? Is you could stream tours of it. That would be kind of cool. I would watch your live stream tours of Yorkshire. Yorkshire, however you pronounce it. See, I can't even pronounce it, so it would have been hilarious if I were from there in the game. The sound of two men arguing can be heard up ahead. Do I want to get involved, or do I want to wander around this way? Let's wander around this way. Fuck those dudes. Now, the only Karkle I'm aware of is a villain from Justice Society comic books, and he's also used as a means for why half of the Justice Society from the 40s was still relatively hale and young-ish during the 90s. Thank you. It'll be fun in games until someone face reveals you against your will. I mean, you could wear a mask. A paper bag over your head or something? Yeah, you're right. Someone would face reveal you, though, because people are assholes. And they really like spoiling other people's fun. But thank you. Anyway. Yep. And as I recall, Karkle was given as the reason why they were still alive. And there is Simon the Scion. That is an amazing name. Reminds me that if I ever play a Psionic character, I want to name him Simon. I'm going to steal that. And there's Karkle the Relentless, who does not appear to be a weird shadow guy. And I'm telling you, no more games. I brought you here to find the Phantom of the Island. You better... Now, who's this? I also seek the creature. Now, get this straight, whoever you are. I was here first. This island is mine, and if you want to leave it with all your limbs intact, you better leave right now. I am Karkle, the Relentless. I rip the arm off Restaff the Brutal and beat him with it. I kind of like this guy. I broke the back of Tamarin Ironhat with my bare hands. I have the strength of an ogre, the endurance of a stone giant. His companion rolls his eyes. Dude, your name is Simon. And the intelligence of a black pudding. You are woefully short-sighted. You huddle upon the ground and stare down at your feet. When a man tries to see into the distance, what does he do? He narrows his eyes. Even with your eyes wide open, there is something so big they can't be seen. Karkle spits in the distance. Enough of this metaphysical bullshit. I've always heard you psychics were a high-strung lot with peculiar ways, but you've been acting real strange ever since we approached this island. I know you're hiding something from me. Want to know what I think? I think the real reason no one ever seen this phantom is because it's a coward. I bet right now it's hiding someplace, trembling in fear at my terrible presence. It'd be good to wear a GoPro and pre-record footage, and then make it into a YouTube video. I don't know what a GoPro is, but it sounds like fun. In context, I'm assuming it's like a camera thing. Yeah. Okay, anyway, the psychic size. I can move objects with the power of my mind. I can read someone's thoughts and memories like leafing through a book, but I cannot cure stupidity. You want to know where the creature is? Very well. He reaches out and touches Karkle's forehead with the crystal of his staff. For a moment, Karkle seems confused. Then his eyes open wide. He runs off, wailing in terror. Simon yells after him. Oh dear. Oh, those are the mini cameras people use to vlog or attach to bike helmets. Oh, cool. I always kind of figured they used their phone, but, you know, I'm a low-end operation here. So I don't know what people do. You see how insignificant you really are. Well, it seems Karkle the Relentless has relented. I don't understand. Where's this creature? Yes. I sense you're a bit more open and ready to accept the truth than Karkle was. All right. As he did with Karkle, he touches the staff's crystal to your forehead. You feel a bit disoriented at first, as a vision of the island enters your mind. But then you see the vision is drawing back, expanding to include the entire island. Look at your map. Oh, okay. Oh, shit. Look at your map. Eyes, nose, and mouth. The fucking island is the creature. How the fuck am I gonna kill an island? I don't know how to kill an island. Oh, the cheapest one is 300 USD. Yeah, I could see that. There's a reason why my headset's about $40 because my streaming rig is very cheap. I wasn't sure I was going to keep up with it. Actually, though, goodness, I'll be doing this for a year come December. Gosh. All right, so it's the fucking island. What the fuck am I going to do? I can't blow up the island. Well, by the gods, it looks like a face. That's because it is a face. At the dawn of time, the Titans waged a war against the gods and lost. As punishment, some of the worst and most powerful ones were hurled down into the great pit. Immortal bodies, forever broken and deformed, blistered by cinders, blackened by ash. So they became demons. Exactly, some of the demons at least. One immense Titan committed lesser offenses, and so was chained to the floor of the ocean, only his face tilted up above the waves. Over time, it became rimmed over with frost and ice, and when men finally began to wander into this area, they thought it nothing more than an empty island, though they could still feel the overwhelming presence of the Titan. You bought your mic and interface before you started streaming, but you wanted to voice over, so you had good reason. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, if you got a reasoning, you know you're going to use it. That's utterly different. I mean, when I replace this, I might get something a little nicer. Since I've been committing to this for about a year now, it does seem like I'm going to stick to it for a while. Okay, so I've been sent to kill this Titan, but how in the world can I do that? I think I can be of help there. It's no coincidence that the two of us arriving at this island at the same time. The other night I had a vivid dream telling me to seek out Karkle and offer him my services, so that's what I did. They say such dreams are often messages sent by the gods. I've heard that too, but what can you do? By attacking him where he is most vulnerable, I can allow you to enter the Titan's mind. Is that even possible? Under normal circumstances, I'd say no, but these are far from normal circumstances. The Titan's realm of thought is as immense as the rest of him. I believe I should be able to create a psychic link, whereby you'll actually be able to physically enter his mind. But I warn you, once you begin, you will not be able to rest or return until he's dead. Oh, shitballs. Good deal on popular streaming mics at the moment? Oh, I'll definitely keep an eye out for that. The catch is, of course, that I am streaming out of my parents' basement, so I don't want to really pick up a lot of ambient noise or anything like that. So that's something to balance, I think. But definitely a cool idea. My parents are wonderfully good sports about the whole thing. Aw, the kitty's in her bed. Sorry, cat. Alright, give me a chance to prepare myself. Alright, let's save. Shit. No resting. This is a cruel thing to do to a mage, you fuckheads. But it is what it is. Noise suppression and expander filters on OBS. Oh, that's true. Ouch. Leg. Alright. I guess I'm ready. I cannot stay here much longer. It's a constant effort to maintain my mental defenses against the massive presence of the Titan. Okay. A few words of advice before you go. You will be entering a landscape of ideas. Some of it will seem familiar, and some will be quite strange. Part of the Titan wants to die, but that doesn't mean he will not fight back, for this is a place of instinct and reflex. You will be facing raw and naked consciousness itself. You must penetrate deep into his mind, into the very core of his psyche. That's okay, I'm good at penetration. He begins to meditate. I will not be able to aid you in any way. It will take all my concentration and discipline just to maintain the link. I'm sensing a presence. No, more than one. That was hidden from me before. I have something already in his mind. Be careful. Oh, I wonder if I'm going to kill that and not the Titan himself. You eat crisps while streaming and no one ever notices because the filters kill all the background noise? That's impressive, Mr. Crappy. I have never noticed. You are correct. Alright. So, there are Furies in here. Are they going to try to kill me? Probably. So, we're going to have to budget my spells. I don't like that. But maybe there'll be a way to solve this without too much.
I greet you.
We are the Furies, the spirits of divine retribution. Our names are Shame, Anguish, and Despair. Which one are you? What are you doing here? What dungeon is as dark as one's own heart? We are the relentless, implacable pursuers of the guilty. There is no corner of creation from the deepest, darkest pit of hell to the throne of heaven where a man may try to hide that we will not find him. We will hound him to the grave and beyond. They are creatures of beauty and horror, flame and shadow. Their hair is a frenzy of black snakes, and their eyes weep tears of blood. What are you doing here, O Elven? This Titan has been found guilty and duly sentenced. We are the warders of the gods. We are hatred and vengeance unending. Well, the Titan's punishment ends now. It was one of the gods who sent me as executioner. If that's true, it must be ordained that you will subdue our wrath. Fuck. Alright. Fuck. And they've already killed my summon. Fantastic. Well, let's fireball him. You had ranch Doritos tonight? Oh, that sounds good. Alright. Fuck, I'm gonna die here. Let's greater missile storm them. Oh, nope, I'm feared. Yep, I'm gonna fucking die. You'd think I'd, like, have clarity shit up by now, wouldn't I?
You have earned no quarter.
Yep.
To dust.
Alright, well, there we go. Alright, let's try this again. Oh, no, not that one. You wouldn't think that, no. Ha. Alright, anyway. Just because I'm terrible at this game. But also, I feel like using too many clarity type items kind of defeats the purpose of taking this poor bastard through horror modules. Meditate. Ah! The ground grows soft and nowhere. You plunge down into it. Alright, so let's see. I'm not going to waste a fireball then. Let's talk to this one. Oh, nope, I got summoned over to that one after all. Alright, well, I already read that dialogue. I kind of liked my fairy voice for that. Hey, let me move, you fuckers. They wouldn't even let me move. Assholes. Last time they killed the summons first. Alright. That was bad luck.
Your life is forfeit.
Alright, that helped a little. You've watched me play 100 hours of Neverwinter Nights and still don't know? Ah, that's alright. I think you'd do well if you tried to play it yourself. You should try it sometime. You might like it. Well, I'd recommend playing some of the fan-created games. There's some really amazing ones. Ah, fuck. Alright. I don't really want to waste a sequencer spell when I know I'm not going to be able to rest, but I may not have a choice. Oh, you wanted to mention? Rashke is actually good at the game, so usually when Rashke mentions stuff, it's useful. So what did you want to mention, Rashke?
Greetings.
Alright. Alright. Oh, Salarin's Gambit has songs from Conan. Hmm. Was it blocking out your sound? Hmm. That's true. It could possibly work as a YouTube VOD unless they completely block that too. But okay, that's good to know. Ah, Sparkly Wallflower recommends Darkness over Daggerford and Tyrants of the Moonsea. I definitely second Darkness over Daggerford. I have not played Tyrants of the Moonsea yet. My character that's intended for it is currently in the prequel. Oh, it killed your stream live? Oh, goodness. I'm sorry about that. Well, I guess I can play Salaran's Gambit on my own time. It does sound fun. Did it kill your stream for good? Just temporary, I hope. But, okay, that's good to know. I thought they would let you play the music, they just would block out the VOD later, but maybe not. I don't really know how this all works. I do know that apparently my video for Narcopolis, where they had the Phantom of the Opera, that YouTube flagged it. It's not prohibited, but except in Russia. Apparently, in Russia and Belarus, that video is blocked. Hmm. Just temporary. It might have been a coincidence. I think it might be a coincidence, but it is good to keep an eye out. I'll have to make sure I don't say anything insightful that I'd want to keep the sound part. Mr. Crappy plays quite a few pop songs and classic songs and so on during streams that are not VODed. That part is definitely under well that part is not unexpected. If there's a lot of copywritten songs, well, I mean, I don't blame the creator. It's not like I don't think the creator made the game in anticipation of people streaming it anyway, because I don't think streaming was a thing when the game first came out. So it is what it is. Hmm. I wonder if Twitch mutes the VOD and you send the VOD to YouTube, would it be muted on YouTube as well? Because that's an interesting thought. I might want to experiment with that sometime. All right. Anyway, I am obviously dawdling because I don't want to die. Again, still. Do I have anything with clarity? I have one potion of clarity. You know what? Let's fucking use the potion of clarity.
I greet.
All right. Shit. I need to get my before I talk to them, I need to make sure my fucking summons is arranged. That's the problem we're having. Because they're too quick for me. Hmm. Ah, you record the local file. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, my computer cannot handle recording and streaming at the same time. I've tried that. It didn't end well. So, all right. Well, let's see. I was actually doing not completely terrible the first time against these Furies, except for the fact that I used a fireball that was useless. I just need to survive. All right. So, is there a way I can send the I want my summon to be cannon fodder, god damn it. Oh dear. I might need to reboot because I'm encountering the running in place glitch. Music from the files. That's true. I think the mod can play without the music. I've never tried to do that, but I think I can. All right. You know what? They hit me with fire. Would minor globe of invulnerability work against their fire? We can give it a shot. I mean, I can always use the robe, but I'm leery of it because I'm not going to be able to rest. So, let's give it a try.
I greet you.
Yeah, da 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 da. All right. I'm going to try a maximized Isaacs this time. Because I think I'm only... Oh. I should fucking try to time stop, shouldn't I? One sec. I forgot I have high-level spells. That's true. It is fun to revisit VOD sometime. Hey, why are you not time stopping? You asshole.
We return.
I'm angry. I am angry. I'm angrying up the blood. Okay. These jerks. Let's try haste first. I'm gonna make this work. If it fucking kills... Actually, though, the fire didn't kill me right away, so I think the globe of invulnerability actually kind of helped. Actually, no, I think it killed me right away, but we're not gonna get into that. Alright. Alright, let's try hasting. Let's move really fast. I like watching your streams, Rushgay. I just tend to try to glance over and glance out because I don't want to spoil myself too much. But they're such fun. Alright. Alright. Let's try time stop again. Nice. Alright. Fuck you guys. Oh, right. That's not what I want. Radio menus, ahoy! I should probably set up my quick bar for this. Rashke blogs at, or VODs at, Rashke streams at lots of different times a day, so I bet you'll catch them. They don't talk though, so don't get weird. It might be a little weird. Weird streamers who don't talk. Alright, and can I do another maximized? Don't fuck. Stop picking the wrong fucking one. Alright, there we go. What just happened? Did it work? It might have. Meanwhile, I'm just kind of standing here, so I should probably heal. Ha! I think I lived. Ha! Check me out, guys. I lived. Just had to get that time stop off. There's a niche for silent streamers. There are, and Ashke is very good. I just like to tease them. I have a friend of mine who was streaming the Sherlock game, like Sherlock Holmes games, on YouTube silently. She was very good too. Ah, the kitty is asleep. that's self-deprecating and unnecessary. I don't think they wish that, Mr. Crappy. Oh, you sense stray emotions and memories swirling about you like dead leaves caught on an autumn breeze. Alright, well, check it out. I made it. Yay, time stop. Time stop in a maximized greater missile storm. Oh, yep. Okay, hold on one sec. I am hitting that bug with the game that I don't actually hit very often, but let's restart. Choppy movement, blah, 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 blah. I actually like the choppy movement bug versus, say, the inventory bug that I used to get before the patch, because you can save with the choppy movement bug. Save and reload. Whereas the inventory would just crash you. Well. Tisk tisk, Mr. Crappy. You should take pride in being the #1, #2 streamer on Twitch. Alright. Ow. Okay, here we go. So, circling around. What am I going to walk in to get murdered by today? Oh, I'm going to be fighting someone's ego and a dire badger. There's something funny about that. Like, hello, I am an ego, and this is my pet dire badger. Well, I suppose if I were to think of a pet that an ego would have. Ah, you've reached the point of the evening where you unpredictably get hungry and realize you have nothing prepared. Do you DoorDash? I quite like DoorDash. I mean, if you don't DoorDash, that's perfectly understandable, but I quite like it. Ah, that's a fucking summons. Well, on the plus side, it looks like ego and id do not particularly like missile storm, so that's plus. There we go. And now we just have an id. Let's hit the id with some regular magic missiles now. Okay, it is still injured. Alright, let's do a lesser missile storm. Badgers are pretty vicious, that's true. Small town. I live in a pretty small town, but it is, there are some local, we're near some community colleges and mid-range colleges, so there's a decent delivery. I'm sorry. I am very spoiled by the delivery sushi, I have to admit.
Dust, we
Really?
return.
I was doing well until then. I should have just did a couple more greater missiles. The trouble of being cheap and balancing your spells. Tim Hortons, our convenience store. Well, Tim Hortons isn't terrible. Oh yeah, you're Canadian. That explains it. Canadians, Tim Hortons. Am I allowed to make Tim Hortons jokes for Canadians? Or is that... Oh, I missed this before. A series of intense emotions run through you. Rage, regret, sadness, and finally despair. Aw, I'm sorry. Giant Titan island face. Uber Eats and DoorDash are too expensive. Oh, well, it's different when your local takeaway will deliver, I admit. We had some Tim Hortons down here, and it was quite nice. I don't remember what happened to it, though. I think it closed. I'm a bit sad about that. Okay. I admit, I'm a common DoorDash person. Most of you loved Canadian chicks. That's good. I mean, it was just one person, and it wasn't actually my experience. It was a friend of mine, where I was just watching from the background going, is she fucking nuts? Oh, God, that does sound good, Mr. Crappy. Now, look, Rashke, Mr. Crappy's taunting us. Double cheeseburger, fries, jalapeno poppers, and a can of Coke. Oh, yes. Fuck, that sounds good. You are taunting me. Yeah. It wasn't even really so much the jokes that got me. It was the, how dare you get mad at us joking about an actually sensitive topic because you're socially privileged over me. And it's like, no, in this case, that's not punching up. Or punching down. Well, fuck it. I think that making fun of someone for not having health care or for being voting suppressed is punching down. If you want to make fun of American technology, American economy, the parts that don't involve people dying, American culture, cuisine, commercialism, all that's fair game. You've never heard me more passionate than fuck. That sounds good. It does sound good though. Unfortunately, I am very stomach oriented. Tomorrow I might order delivery sushi. I do like that. Unfortunately a very common DoorDash patron. I'm lazy, and the food is good where I am. My mom will be funny about it, though. Yeah, American cuisine. Yeah, see, that's perfectly fair. I think we've got some good stuff, mostly because we get it from other cultures. But I was reading a really interesting article about like Americanized Chinese food and Americanized Italian food and how much of that had to do with the ingredients that were available to the immigrant populations at the time. It was really kind of cool. Hash browns are pretty good. I'll happily claim credit for that. So I think we do have our share of decent food or access to good food, but I mean also we have McDonald's and such, and we're not living that down, and that's fair. And I like McDonald's too. I like fast food at times. I'm not gonna argue with that. All the time, no, but occasionally. And I admit there is something fun about going to like another country's McDonald's and seeing what they sell there, because it can be interesting. I was in japan, and some of the specialty burgers were really interesting. Fuck. All right, well, I got myself killed by an id again. Let's get back here. American is apple pie. 14th century England. Yeah, yeah. I've always thought it would be really cool to like, because there are some of those medieval like cookbooks. I always thought it would be cool to try the food from back then. I mean, it's not the same, but that's the thing. It's like I would enjoy time traveling for the chance to try to eat a lot of weird shit. You'd been living in Krakow, Poland for about a year before the first McDonald's opened there? Oh, that sounds historic. I don't know. Well, I don't know. I mean, I won't lie. In some ways, I've got really conventional taste. I don't think I'd want to have eels in a pan, for example. The whole British eels thing kind of creeps me out. Oh, yes. Rashke, do tell us how much cabanas you ate. I don't actually know what cabanas is, but I assume Mr. Crappy's asking for a good reason. I trust him. Alright. Jellied eels isn't British, it's from East London. I understand. That sounds disgusting, I have to admit, Mr. Krabby. There are a lot of British foods that sound really, really good, but that does not. Alright. Well, that and the only thing I really know about eels in a pan come from that Lord Randall song where it's the guy and his mother, and the mother's like, what did you eat? I eat eels in a pan made for me by my true love. And I feel weird. And it's like, oh, well, dude, she probably poisoned you. Sorry. That whole song. Everything was drowned in dill. Polish food in Poland wasn't nearly as good as Polish food you get here. Dill pancakes? I have to admit, I'm not a fan of dill, so I don't think well, that's the thing. I would like a time machine so I could go visit different places and try different things, but also be able to go home and try the things I'm used to and things I like afterwards. So, kind of a combination. All right, what the fuck am I doing? Right. You know what? Let's do another maximized. Fuck it. I got a couple of these left. Fucking id is really rough, that guy. Alright. Sounds nice in theory, but you get the plague on first dish. That's a fair thing. And food poisoning would be an issue too. I guess I'm assuming that if you've got the time travel capability, you would also have some sort of way to avoid that. But I admit that is cheap world building and does not actually explain anything. Alright. But my hope is that there'd be a way to get around that. Alright. Oh, I need this one. That is not my good hitting people staff. Well, my good hitting people staff actually hits pretty good. Alright. Oh shit. My good getting hit by people's staff is not.
We return.
Hmm. Blueberry pierogies? I mean, I guess that would be okay. I guess my own mental conception of pierogies. My God, I've been doing this for 12 minutes and still dying. My only experience with pierogies is generally with butter and maybe occasionally some kind of oil. So, to me, blueberry pierogies sound disgusting. But I suppose if you had a different sauce to it, it wouldn't be bad. Not the sauce I'm thinking of. All right. Is there something else? Actually, I've got some premonition, don't I? I do. And it's not the same spell slot as my maximized missile storm, so. Okay, so I actually should do the reverse. Let's do the normal one, missile storm, and see if we can take out that fucking dire badger, and then we'll do the maximized missile storm and have it focus solely on these assholes. Or, oh, actually that's not going to work because I wasn't in range for that fucking thing. Well, it was a nice idea, wasn't it? Cottage cheese is a no food for you? I kind of like cottage cheese sometimes, but I only really like it like savory, like with a lot of salt. The thought of mixing it with fruit I find a little repulsive. But I have a friend who only eats it mixed with fruit, and he's probably correct. Alright, let's hit him. Okay, we're gonna... Oh! Which of us hit him for 30? Hitting him for 16 is nice. I'm glad I bought the staff. This was good fucking staff. Whoa. You know? Oh, you can't be near it? That's fair. You know, Rashke, you're the one who told me like 100 years ago about premonition, and holy shit, you are correct. As a defensive spell, that fucking... I went from going down in like 2 hits to getting damaged like one point a pop. Holy fuck, is premonition nice. You were correct, I was wrong. Okay. Alright, that's a door out, I guess. So, let's just make sure there's nowhere else I need to go. It's hard to tell with this particular map where the doors are. Distant memories, not your own, wash over you. Walking the world when it was new. Your footprints form lakes. Birds circle your head. I don't think I'd like that, but I'm mildly uneasy around birds. I'm not afraid of them. I just kind of think they're gonna fucking poop on me. I don't really want to get pooped on by birds. No offense, Mr. Crappy. Fruit and cheese is good. Wensleydale cheese with apricots and cranberries is good, but cottage cheese has a nasty texture. I mean, that's fair. Oh, we're in the psyche. That's a brain. Oh, let's murder a super ego now. Did I save? 1 sec. I'm going to awkwardly save at a place where I really shouldn't, but, I don't want to have to do all that again. So... Shit, where am I? Okay, I can do that one. Ugh. Yeah, I also think if you have a parent or someone else making you eat the stuff, then no, it's not going to be fun regardless. Actually, hold on. This seems like just the right place to, well, to sequence a robe. Let's do this. There we are. Check me out. Hello, Super Ego. You look like you could use a maximized missile. 12 hits a pop. Or 12 points a pop. And oh, she gets half damage. I don't like that. That's an asshole move. Huh. I don't know if he's got a spell on him that I can breach, but let's give it a try. Improved invisibility is effective, but not in Alien Saga? Gotcha. Oh shit. On the plus side, this thing seems to be working okay now. Alright. Greater Missile Storm is my favorite spell. It's so overpowerful. Oh shit. You do not have use of your hands and may not cast spells with somatic components. I'm immune to sleep, which means this area transition doesn't work quite like it's supposed to. Oh, they fucking tied me up. Okay. Did I get kidnapped? Oh, there's Captain Fedra. Let's talk to her.
Hello there.
You're awake. Good. I was starting to get worried. Oh, where am I? You're down in my ship's hold. I put you here to keep you warm and dry after I fished you out of the waters. Hey, cool, I killed the island. What happened? There was a terrible, deafening howl, and the whole island began to quiver and shake. It soon sank beneath the waves. Did you see what happened to the Scion? I did catch sight of a man dressed in colorful robes and carrying a strange staff with a glowing crystal up top. He was levitating above the waves and disappeared over the horizon. I wouldn't be too worried about anyone who could do something like that. Fair. When will we get back to Anchorhead? We're about a day out. I'll get you back in no time. Well, looks like I killed an island after all. Woohoo! Alright, I thought I was going to be like a hostage somewhere or something, but okay.
Hello there.
Do you ever wonder what goes on under the sea? There's more sea than land, and I've been sailing for more years than most, and I've only seen a tiniest fraction of it. The sea's a big place. Lots of secrets down there. Alright, I think I'm going to go rest. I am right by my inn. I'm going to go rest. Because I think I might have solved the second death. Well, you know what? If service to Yama, god of death, turns out to be like service to Thanatos, god of death, assuming they're the same entity from a different lens, that actually wouldn't be so bad. I think I'm not doing too badly at this. It'll probably suck more. Because Yama was kind of a dick, as I recall. On the other hand, it could just be that his followers were dicks. It's kind of like religion in general. It's there's a lot of religions where what they preach is actually fine, but what people do with it isn't. See also Christianity. Fuckers. Alright, Misty Isle. The captain has confirmed she saw the Misty Isle sink beneath the waves. After eons of confinement, the Titan is dead. The task is complete. Poor Titan. So, now my last one is I'm supposed to go to seek the goat herd outside of town and ask him what he found in the hills. Alright. Okay. My hit list is continuing. Can I do anything with the sleeping mat? No. I thought I was supposed to report here after each kill, but actually, it seems like I have to just kill all three, and then I can meet there. Then we'll see what Thanatos says to me. Will he give me back the woman's husband? Will he give me back anyone else he's killed? There was that girl in Narcopolis who seemed to like me until her boyfriend, who she resurrected from the dead, murdered her. That fucker. Sorry for the Narcopolis spoilers, guys. I'm still mad about that. I don't know if Sebastian would have been into the girl, but the fact is, she raised him from the dead and he decided to murder her? Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. Alright, so what do you do with a lonely goat herd? What do you do with a lonely goat herd? Where the fuck is lonely goat herd early in the morning? Is it outside of town? I might be in the... Oh. There's something out of place in this clearing. Something that was not here before. Let's spot. Let's search the area. There was no pile of rocks when you passed this way previously. Let's examine it. Oh, there's a phasm. What the fuck's a phasm? Something that's gonna try to kill me, I think. Impressive. Oh, I know that picture, I think. Oh, it's a fucking mind flare. That picture, I think, is from a Richard Adams book, but maybe I'm wrong. Alright. So, extended meta magic improved invisibility is effective in Ayland? Okay, good to know. Impressive, most impressive. It is a rare occasion indeed that I am detected. You must be quite perceptive for an elf. What are you? Me? I'm a phasm. We are a race of shapeshifters, amorphous beings able to take on any form we please. It is a wonderful experience, to know your body, to be in absolute control over it. Now you're just showing off, you fuckhead. To be able to mold it, to shape it, to think it. And it's an existence that lends itself to a life of hedonism, exploration, and spying. Spying? Yes, think of it. I can be anything. A chair in the corner, a rug on the floor, a cow in a field, a mouse in the wall. I can even make myself be an old friend, and no one ever expects a thing. Man floats in a sea of ignorance, oblivious to the hazards that lay right in front of him. Can I hit this guy with a maximized missile? Why are you spying on me? That is a matter of strict confidentiality. Let's just say you're a marked man, Sebastian Olestra. There's a considerable bounty on your head. It constantly shifts forms. In fact, I've been considering for quite some time to branch out into assassination. Fuck you. I knew I was gonna have to fucking meta magic your ass. There we go. Bye. Fuck that dude. Oh, ring. What do rings do? The Ring of Wishes. This type of ring is usually set with 3 rubies. Each ruby stores a wish spell activated by the ring. When a wish is used, the ruby disappears. Only 1 ruby is left on this ring. Interesting. Let's keep it. I want to know what it does, but I also feel like I don't want to waste it. Alright, so if I were a goat herd, where would I be? Probably not here. Maybe by the farm? I have not actually done any exploration up that way. So maybe that's where I want to go. What would you do with a lonely goat herd? How is my money situation? Not much. So going to the shop probably wouldn't do me much good. Yep. I have no objection to using cheap, it's maximized, Isaac, thank you. I don't go cheap. It is funny that I believe the Isaac spells were created for Neverwinter Nights, unlike, say, Bigby's or Agon, whatever, Scorcher. Or Melf's Acid Arrow. I presume there was an Isaac somewhere in Greyhawk, because most of these mages come from Greyhawk, but you never know. Ah, there's a Grimnir. Okay, I want to see what's on the other side of the river before I cross. Fire Arrow is pretty good. I have used Fire Arrow in the past with, which character? Eric the Red used Fire Arrow quite a lot, because he liked fire. And I certainly got killed by Fire Arrow quite a bit fighting Azag in Halo of Flies, so I can believe it. Fucking Fire Arrow. Not a fan. Alright. Goat Herd's Cottage. Okay, I'm suspecting that's where I want to go. But let's wander around first, before I talk to the goat herd. Hello, Grimnir. You seem fun. The stench of death is thick upon you. Oh, sorry, it's talking to me. The stench of death is thick upon you. Caw! We ravens know these things. You sniff it on someone, and a week later they're face down in a pool of their own blood. And you, lad, you fairly reek of it. What are you croaking about? It's been many years since I came out of the egg, and I've wintered into wisdom. I've roamed far, learned the tongue of man, and heard whispers on the wind. I have pecked many an eye from rotting carrion, and my vision has grown. I can see Orcus looking up from hell's heart, his eyes fixed upon you. Orcus can fuck himself. Orcus, the vengeance of a demon prince is a terrible thing. It follows you down the halls of time to the ends of the earth and beyond. It's inescapable, and death is its only release, Car. Pray to whatever gods you implore on the coldest, bleakest winter nights. I won't be taken easily. I've never been defeated. I've played quite a few horror games to prove that a lie. What would you do then, old Elven? Break down the diamond gates of hell, wade through the infernal legions, and vanquish one who's done battle with gods and lived? Car. Even in this middle world, there are scores of necromancers, witches, and all manner of corrupt and loathsome creatures that owe the demon prince allegiance. He wheels and circles about your head, his harsh words in your ear. You know why they call Orcus the Lord of the Undead? Not merely because he commands a host of specters, wights, and wraiths. Once his rival demon princes grew jealous of his power and joined together and slew him. But such was the hideous will and might of Orcus that he rose from the grave, like a vampire out of his coffin. He is one who cannot be fought. Well, you bring only black news. We ravens are birds of ill omen. To us a battle is merely a prelude to a feast. We are creatures of dark thoughts, beaded eyes, croaking our secrets each to each, riding cold winds and storms. Grr. Being a herald of doom is what I am. It's what I do. Oh, that guy's a fuckhead. Am I talking about the raven, or am I just talking about the bird? The bird was kind of a fuckhead, too. Can I go in here? I cannot. There are goats on the other side, though. Good to know. I would imagine a goat herd would have goats. And in this climate, you probably would want to keep them out of the weather. I don't know. I don't know anything about goats. I also do not know anything about sheep. Or other forms of livestock. I'm very ignorant when it comes to such things. Alright. I suppose I could probably go talk to the goat herd before proceeding onward and finishing up this map, but I also don't like leaving things unfinished. So let's roam around a little more. Oh, it's water. Okay. It does feel strange that I've seen a mental hospital in weeks that I can blow up. Perhaps I'm finally past that stage of my emotional development as this character. I think I joked last time, but in a Neverwinter Nights chat room, they had this question for folks' original characters, whether or not, like a bargain to grant a wish, would your character give up a prized memory, kill someone because there was a hag or something, kill someone, enter into the hag's servitude for a period of time, presumably not killing anyone, because I feel like there's crossover there, or something else. Or have to give like a tangible object or something. And I was thinking that with Sebastian's history, I mean, he'd probably just enter into servitude for the hag for a while. He's done worse. Alright, roaming about. I'm probably going to have to come up here again. This just seems like the sort of thing I'm going to have to do. Roaming through the snow. Why not? Roaming. Gotta hit things with a stick, or my Isaac's missile storm. That's what it exists for, to kill them all. Once upon a time, I was dying every second, and now I'm still dying every second, but I'm blowing shit up too. Oh, there's a boulder. I can do something with that boulder. Maybe I'm not going to do something with that boulder until I talk to the goat herd. Let's find out if there's something I'm going to need to do with that boulder. What do you do with a lonely goat herd? What do you do with a lonely goat herd? What do you do with a lonely goat herd early in the morning? Way up she rises, way up she rises. That's not a euphemism. Early in the morning. Might be a euphemism, I don't know. Alright, so let's talk to the goat herd. Hello, goat herd. You're Valus Welteel. Did I meet him before? I feel like I remember that name. Oh well.
Greetings.
Well now, I don't get many visitors to my humble cottage, least of all in the dead of winter. Usually just shipping me out here. What do I owe the honor? I'm supposed to ask if you found anything in the hills. Ah, yes indeed. I don't know how you found that out, lad. To be honest, I don't want to know. In fact, I wish I'd never found the damn thing myself. I'd kept it a secret all this time. Still, I've been itching to tell someone about it. What is it? Well, it all happened last spring. The snows on the hills have finally melted away, and the fresh green grass began to grow on the side. Now, I'm a goat herd by trade, and I'm telling you, goats like nothing better than to graze on fresh, sweet hill grass. So me and Shep here take the herd up the hill. Sort of a treat. You don't think you can extend epic spells? That's probably true. But, you know, an extended improved invisibility and would probably work okay. I don't think that's an epic spell, right? Go on. I got this one billy goat by the name of Capricorn. Isn't that like calling it just goat? The old Capricorn is more trouble than the rest of the herd put together. That day he somehow got himself up on the top of the hill, just northwest of here. How in the world he managed that, only the gods know. So I have to run and get my climbing rope to bring him back down. When I get to the top of the hill myself, he's just standing there, bleeding at something. What? That's what I asked myself. It looked like he was bleeding at nothing at all. So I go over to take a look, cautious like a bam. Like I walked straight into a wall. That's what it was, too. I had to feel around a bit. It was a small stone tower. Thing was, it was as invisible as air. You could be standing right next to it and never know it was there. What is it? No idea. My family's been living in these parts for generations, and I've never heard tell of a legend or alike. If you want to check it out for yourself, you're going to need rope to get to the very top. Just a second. You can use mine. He goes and looks through his trunk and comes back holding a length of rope. There you go. You be careful up there. Things that are hidden are sometimes better left hidden. Yeah. Sometimes better left. Improved invisibility is pretty long. You're right. Ooh, extended haste, actually. I haven't tried that. I should. Okay. Things that are hidden are sometimes best left hidden. Well, that's profound and probably true. That said, I am an adventurer, so I am not allowed to do that. I'm gonna have to go see what's up. I still forgot what I had in this fucking section. Alright. Let's put stone skin in that section. Why not? Because stone skin lasts for fucking ever. I like stone skin. Or until you sleep. And probably until... There's probably a time limit, but it seems to be a really long time limit. Alright. Let's get a friend. Hello, friend. We are roaming round the place. We are roaming round the place. We are climbing the hill and climbing the hill. La 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 la. What does the journal say? The goat herd described finding an invisible tower on the summit of one of the hills. It has stood there undiscovered for who knows how long. He's given me a rope that I may climb. All right. Well. Can the air elemental climb? Well, it can probably levitate, right? It's air, after all. Alright, now where the fuck am I? Oh. Okay, I see how this works. I need to click that thing from here. You can probably use the boulder above to help you climb up. Make a loop of rope and throw it up over the boulder. Please don't make this a skill check. I lost my rope. No. Oh, there it is. Shit. No, no. The rope is securely fastened to the boulder above. Let's climb. So, there is a... Let's run face first into the wall, like, very comedically. Is there something here? I thought there was supposed to be a stone tower here. I'm not running head first into anything. Am I incorrect? Well, now what? Can I climb the boulder again? Do nothing. This is weird. Was the goat herd fooling me? Nothing's trying to kill me up here. So bets on whether the goat herd tried to lure me into a trap or so. Oh, there's the Tower of Air. Okay, never mind. Fumbling about with your hands, you can feel what seems to be a small stone tower. After a bit of exploring, you find an opening. Let's go inside. Shadow Gallery. Level 1. Oh dear. Well, I can rest here, so that's promising. I don't have to be too budgety with my spells. Sheets of yellow paper. What does it say? Yellowed notes. Several sheets of paper, yellowed and dirty with age. The ink is half faded, but still legible. It seems to be a page after page of various combinations crossed off. The top page bears this note. Whoever finds this, know that I've tried every possible combination of this damnable box, and it still won't open. After days of frustration, I can only conclude that whoever left it here did so as a cruel joke. Alright. Puzzle box. This is an iron box adorned with a number of movable ornaments, obviously used in some combination to open the lid. There's a small peephole on top. You see a golden key laying inside. Alright. Leave the box alone for now. Okay. So he's tried every combination. Dragon, spider, skull. Square, circular, triangle, 1, 2, 3. So he's supposedly tried it all. Is there anything I know about this? Not really. So what to try? Nothing seems to happen. Nothing seems to happen. Oh, dragon. Clicked. Okay. So dragon, square, and 1 clicked. Click. Moving mechanism. Okay, hold on. Alright. So, let's see. Twist. Loud click. Okay. Look. I don't really know what I'm doing. Okay, hold on. Anyone have any tips on how we can do this? That's moving. Nothing happens. Mechanism. Click. I don't know. I don't know how this is supposed to work. Where did I save last? Okay, on the hill. Your tip is just to win. You're welcome. Ha! Fuck you. That's okay. Alright. Let's see. These riddles are rarely impossible. There's just something I'm not thinking of. Let's step inside. Is there anything to see? Okay, step into the tower. Get the yellowed paper. Various combinations all crossed off. Okay. Okay. So is there anything else that could be a clue somewhere? Alright. I hear a click. Okay. Okay, I think the moving mechanism probably resets it. Ooh, convenience store burritos are good? That's good to know. Okay, dragon. Nothing seems to happen. Nothing seems to happen. Triangle. Okay, dragon. Triangle. 2. 3. Nope. Okay. Dragon. Triangle. Dragon. Okay. So dragon, triangle, 3. Spider. Okay. Dragon, triangle, 3. Spider. Nope. Dragon, triangle, 3. Spider. Nope. Triangle. So okay. I'm gonna have to try to keep track. Dragon, triangle, 3. Spider, triangle. Nope. Dragon, triangle, 3. Spider, triangle, 3. Nope. Dragon. I think that's resetting it, but maybe I'm wrong. The paper sheets, that came with someone basically saying they've tried every combination. And it won't work. So maybe I'm not even supposed to do that. What happens if I just bash it? Okay, maybe that's what I'm supposed to do. Maybe there is no solution. It'd be funny if this is the way to do it. Oh, well, maybe it is the way to do it. Got a gold key. Alright. Sometimes brute force will do it, I guess. That's hilarious. Alright, I am very amused, module. The air down here smells musty and pungent, like the skin of a snake. Oh, fuck. Okay. Well, let's fucking missile storm. Ah, look at that. You know what? I can rest down here, can't I? Let's have some fun. Let's do a maximized missile storm. Take some 12s to the face, you fuckers. Look at that. Let's do a regular one. Oh, he knocked me down. Fucker. Yeah, that's okay. My air elemental seems to be doing okay. That was funny. That was funny. It's like, maybe there was a way to figure that out, but the thing said he tried every combination. I was not expecting it to actually be breakable, though. Apparently, whoever it was never tried to break it in a fit of pique. Alright. So we lived. Not too bad. Let's rest, because I want to keep my missiles as much as possible, because you never know when you're going to stumble into an area you can't rest. And then, suddenly, magic is a commodity. You know, there's, my guilty pleasure, which I haven't gotten in a while, is all these taquitos, the chicken and cheese. I always thought they were really good. I mean, I'd imagine someone who really loved Mexican food would be like, that's a travesty. But honestly, I just really like them. I like actual Mexican food too, but I also like crap Mexican food. It's like Italian food. There are some really amazing Italian restaurants, and it's like, they're great, but I also like really crap Italian food too. It's a thing. Alright. Visage myself. And let's light switch. Alright. So, left or down? Left or down? Let's go down. Food is food, you're not picky? Well, that's fair. Still wouldn't eat jelly deals, though. That's not happening. Oh, knuckle bones. Let's talk to it. Hello. They gain much, who risk much. What is this place? You're asking the wrong person, mate. Me, I was just one of the lowly grunts who was paid a few coins to guard this place while it was being built. To be honest, the only thing I really cared about was coming back to this here guard room and playing some dice with my mates. He chuckles. You notice him rolling around a pair of dice in one bony hand. Knucklebones, they nicknamed me. Kind of appropriate now, don't you think? See, I may be dead, but I got a sense of humor, so that's the guy I'm gonna have to get rid of, I think. That's why when I saw this here fancy dice laying among all the other geejaws they were bringing in, I thought I'd borrow them for a few tosses. He holds up the pair of dice for you to see. They seem to be made from some kind of material, possibly dragon bone. And instead of being marked with the usual pip, they're inscribed with various mystic symbols. Problem is, they turned out to have some pretty powerful magic attached to them, so now I sit, dice in hand. How about you? Care to try your luck? What's involved? Simple toss. If you get a high number, then something very good happens. If you get a low number, then something very bad. If you get a second, well then, something weird but pointless happens. What do you say? Want to give it a chance? Ah, come on. You don't eat Chef Boyardee for anything gourmet, but, you know, sometimes you just get an urge for SpaghettiOs. Sure. 8. Congratulations. You won this here talisman with what you can use to call forth an elder elemental. Oh, well. That's not bad. Can I use it? Or can I sell it? I guess is the question. Talisman. Where's the talisman? I know that's not the talisman. Elemental talisman. What the hell is a talisman? Cha la 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 la. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. That. Okay. Summon creature. Single use. So interesting. Okay, well. Let's explore around. I wonder if I'm supposed to kill him. I can probably kill him. There's wicked laughter in the air. Let's try like that. And a chest. A chest of kajujish. Don't hit the chest. Stop that. Can I open it? I'm actually surprised you still had respect for me, Rashke. I mean, come on. Alright, so, if we were not fighting, if everything were calm, I should be able to take 20 on this. I can. Nice. A helmet unidentified. Goggles of minute seeing. That's nice. And an empty spirits bottle. I feel like that's a pun. Rusted short sword. I don't know, this is the sort of game I feel like picking random shit up is actually kind of helpful. Okay, yeah, you can come follow me. Yep. I do like Chef Boyardee sometimes, though. I haven't had it in years, but it's kind of one of those childhood things you never really forget. Alright, let's see what we got in here. Oh, fuck. Well, that was fine. Alright. Hey, my elemental's still alive. Nice. But, let's do that. Probably should have cast that before I walked in, but you know how it is. Actually, the ones I like, shamedly, are the ones with the little meatballs. I don't know what the meatballs are made of. I don't want to know. I just like the meatballs. Alright. A head impaled on a pole stands before the gate. Almost as if it were some sort of guardian. Oh, well, that's fun. An impaled human head. Fun, fun, fun. Alright, let's see. Watch, it'll be my head somehow. It's been a while since I've encountered my own corpse. As you approach the impaled human head, its eyes open to look at you. Who are you? I am the gatekeeper, charged by my master to maintain the gate you see before you. Its jaws move up and down in a mockery of life. Its head squirms on its ragged stump, like some macabre hand puppet. I and I alone have the power to open the gate and give one access to the master. Over 3 others I share the space with. Long ago, they tore me apart and stuck my head on this pole. Whether this was done out of jealousy or to ensure none could continue on, I cannot say. But such is the burden of my charge. Even this cannot destroy me. Will you open the gate for me? As I am now, I cannot. My body must be restored. Each of the 3 took a vital piece of my flesh and bone. Return them to me, and I will open the gate as payment. Alright. Well, that's fun. Ah, that will do it. No nostalgia. Never ate it as a broke college student? Because, that's when I ate it. Or, being a broke college student, you get your calories where you can. Now, getting calories, of course, is not much of a problem for me. A bleeding tomb. Fantastic, fantastic. Oh, and there's Carmilla. Hello. Carmilla always seems like a vampiric name. So let's see if Sunburst does anything. It did. Alright, well, you know what? Fuck it. Let's get you with an Isaacs. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, well. It's near death, at least. Oh. Well. I always thought it'd be funny if the things that blocked regular magic missiles also blocked Isaac. Alright, there's Epic Gloves of Discipline. Flayed Skin. Oh, whoa. Whoa. Look at this beauty. Staff of the Cosmos. This smooth staff is crafted from jet black stone. Staring into its surface reveals a shimmering starfield, with the occasional comet, nebula, or flare visible. Chain Lightning, 5 charges. Meteor Swarm, 4 charges. Or Sunburst, 5 charges. Well, we're keeping that and never using it. Because that's how I roll. Can I open it? I can bash it. Well, I'm going to leave it be. So I found the guy's skin, I think. Now 3. I'm wondering if our skeleton friend upstairs has a piece. I feel like that would make sense, right? Oh, your college days were 99-cent bean burritos from Campus Taco Bell and United Way spaghetti. Ah, you did not last a full year before running off on a road trip to elope with a married woman? Oh, well, it sounds like you had a fun time. My college time was quite dull. Well, I can't really complain, though. He's C. With the Karnak face. Hi. Have you ever taken a missile storm to the face? You're about to. There we go. So 3. I do feel like I'm going to have to go upstairs and get Talisman of Pure Evil. Ah, rats. Life Drinker. Oh my. This dreadful weapon was forged ages ago by Durzagon, a half-fiend Duergar. Well, that's a fun little thing. Let's check the burning sarcophagus. Can I get into the burning sarcophagus? Ooh, warm. I cannot. I was actually really, really fond of Din Timor beef stew in college. I don't know why. I thought it tasted surprisingly good for beef stew. Okay. Is it this way? Oh, okay. I'm an idiot. We're fine. Alright. Hello, fallen planetar. The planetar once served as one of the mighty generals of celestial armies, but he betrayed the gods and was cast out and turned evil. Well, that seems like a bad idea. I mean, if they turned him evil, that is, and he didn't betray for evil reasons, that's just like, you just made an enemy for no real reason, huh? Well, they didn't ask me, did they? Ah, I love you, Isaac. Whomever you are. Oh my. Frostbrand. Oh. What a shame. I'm gonna sell that shit fucker, but... PC properties. Oh, the heart. Okay. I guess that's most of what we need, huh? A few things over there. Let's save. The small altar is dedicated to Anshar, god of darkness and the night. Age-old bloodstains have seeped into the stone, mingling with scorch marks left from a long extinguished fire. Seems almost to radiate a bitter cold, almost as if it was carved from a block of ice. Oh, well, let's pour holy water on it. Ah, cool. The holy water sizzles on the cold altar as if you had poured it on red-hot iron. You feel the dark powers of the altar lash out at you. Oh, well, I lived. I made the altar mad. Oh, more holy water. An unholy font. Okay. Veins of dark purple run through the black marble of this font. Vague and unsettling shapes seem to shift and move just beneath the marble's surface. A dark, oily fluid fills the basin. All right. Well, peer into it. As you stare into the waters of the font, the lights reflecting its dark surface begin to take on shape and color. Slowly, an image forms and grows clearer. At first, the scene looks indistinct and blurry, as if looking through a smoked glass. Then the vision clarifies as a dimly perceived mass of people dancing in unison around a stone monolith. Let's watch. The vision strengthens. Vistas of vast ocean and starry void above it engulf first the dancers and then the entire vision. Very gradually, the monstrous outline of a dread fiend condenses and takes command of the vision. The feeling of cosmic horror looms ever more distinct as the now unutterably clear image of the fiend searches time and space for you. Let's try to look away. Manage to tear yourself away. The vision dies, and the waters of the font turn back to their opaque darkness. Well, that was fun. Let's pour some holy water into it. The dark water begins to bubble and froth, spewing noxious fumes. Ow. Okay. I'm gonna break your shit. Alright. Alright, well, I've got some bones, I got some skin, and I got a heart. I wonder if that'll be enough. He did say 3. Now let's rest. Alright, I'm going to be right back while this character is resting, so talk amongst yourselves if you like. Sorry about that. I have returned, and my character is rested, so good for him. Alright. I feel a hard fight coming up. Masters of things that have raised the dead in limited form usually are not fun fights. But let's see. Alright, so let's talk to this head. Hello, head. I got your shit. Do you have all 3 parts yet? I do. Lay them on the ground. As you watch, the skin, bones, and heart begin to knit together. The mass bloats and fuses with the head, until a complete body is formed. Alright, now let's talk to the gatekeeper. I am whole once again. I shall do what must be done. He moves to the gate and opens it. Alright. My task is complete. My existence no longer has purpose. Oh. Well, okay then. The outer chamber of the Shadow Gallery. Okay. Well, this is creepy. Hey, baby. What are you doing? You should see her. She's so cute. Oh, there's someone named Balin who is trying to kill me. I don't really care about his name, I have to admit. Let's keep him from killing me. There's fucking electrical errors. Alright, let's try this again. Hi. Have you met my friend Isaac?
To dust we
Oops.
return.
Well, I killed him, but he killed me, so that's fun. Alright, maybe I should try not to die so much. Does premonition work on ranged attacks? I suppose I can give it a shot. Spellbook, let me know. Let me know. That's melee damage. What have I got? I guess I'm just gonna have to try to live. What a cop-out. Alright. Let's be quicker. And maybe let's maximize. There we go. That worked out. Can I have your arrows? I'd like your arrows. Oh, no, but I can have your bow. Look at that bow. Whoa. The drought sorceress crafted this bow from the wood of a tree that had been struck by lightning. How this wood made its way into the pits of the Underdark is unknown. There. Look at this. +5, +2, and unlimited arrows lightning. Okay. Well, my regular bow is a +6, but it does not have unlimited arrows lightning, so I might be keeping that. I might keep both. +6 for regular and and that for unlimited lightning. Shitballs. That's a nice fucking thing. Yeah, well, let's rest again. Am I cheap enough to exploit resting? Yes, I am. Hey, Sebastian did not survive 6 horror modules in a row by not resting when he can. This is a man who has lived through a whole lot of shit and died a couple times through a whole lot of shit. So he ain't a fucker. He ain't stupid. He's gonna do what he has to do. And then I'm gonna play more of my Final Fantasy cell phone game. Because oddly, it has some really... I feel ridiculous saying this, but there are some bizarrely like emotional moments in there that I was not expecting. Because with the whole Dissidia bringing all these characters together, you end up with characters who are dead in their canon meeting, like you get Cloud and Zack getting to meet and talk. Like, that is Cloud from Final Fantasy VII and Zack from, like, Crisis Core, and you're like... It's actually really, really sweet, the scene. And it's like in a stupid cell phone game, but Final Fantasy VII's... like a relatively serious project, you're not going to get their reunion anywhere else because he's dead. But I was not expecting to be moved by a fucking cell phone game, and I was. Oh, that doesn't look good. What is a sphere of annihilation? A sphere of annihilation is a globe of absolute blackness, a ball of nothingness. A sphere is a hole in the continuity of the multiverse. Any matter that comes in contact with a sphere is instantly sucked into the void, gone, and utterly destroyed. It seems to be hovering over some sort of force field that is keeping it in place. Oh, that's fun. Will I die here? Perhaps I won't get to play Wake after all. And there's a crystal ball. And there's a door. From the orb's cold From the orb's cold crystal surface, a distorted reflection is staring back at you. Peer deeper into the crystal. Oh, yeah. She's also in that game, too. quite as emotional a thing because of the way that memory works. I think they don't remember yet, but yeah, that was a big moment. I remember seeing the commercials for Final Fantasy VII and going, "Wow, this looks like an anime." And I mean, now I'm looking at Final Fantasy VII's original graphics and going, "Ugh, not really." But back then, I don't know. I was really amazed. And then Final Fantasy X came out, and I remember looking at that and going, "Holy shit, this is spectacular." And of course, that's 20 years ago. I still think Final Fantasy X's graphics are good, but you compare them to like Final Fantasy 16, and maybe not so much. But I just remember how groundbreaking I thought it was. All right, peer deeper into the crystal. At first, the orb is dark, with only the stray light of the room gleaming on its surface. Then there is a faint glow and stir in the heart of it. It catches the light. It glints. It sparkles. It flashes. Soon the heart grows to a blue-white flame, and the infinite colors refracted and splintered out of its depths lance into your eyes like needles. The colors soften and resolve themselves into an image. It is of the doors that stand before you. Then the image moves through the doors, as though they were no more than air, into the adjoining room. You see a small stone chamber, empty, except for a few heaps of gold and jewels laying on the floor. The image fades. What's that mean? Oh, well, it opened it, so let's save. I am damn well not playing this part again. Oh shit, I am moving. You feel yourself pulled forward like a dog on a leash. You cannot resist.
Are not the master.
Agraminu. Closer. That's it. Closer. Someone finally came after all these ages. He speaks with a voice as dry as desert ruins. Unnoticed by him, flies swarm and crawl about his shrunken, ragged flesh. His limbs are blackened and withered as dried sticks. Across his face stretches a crisscrossing mask of black strands that look like spiderwebs. Living human eyes burn in his head. Oh, okay. You must be wondering what's happening. Why you cannot control your limbs. What happened to that treasure chamber with all the gold just lying there waiting to be taken? It's reassuring to see that even after all this time, greed still rules men. That was a crystal hypnosis ball, my pet. You've seen it precisely what I want you to see, and all the time you look into it, you fall more and more under my control. Which one's aged well and which one's aged like moldy cheese? Well, that's true for anything. You know what's surprisingly watchable? Though it's an American cartoon, but it's an anime inspired, is the Galaxy Rangers series. That's actually surprisingly watchable. I mean, there are some parts that are really, really 80s cartoons. Like, really. They've got a Battle of the Bands episode. That's how 80s it is. But there are other parts that are actually pretty decent. Alright, he laughs to himself, seeming to recall some distant memory. Of course, you had only a brief glimpse into the crystal, so my power over you is quite limited. But there were those in past, kings, generals, heroes, who made use of the crystal numerous times, and so unwittingly became my absolute slaves. Some I had killed their own children, for no other reason than to demonstrate my complete control over their minds and bodies. Despair, boy, for you stand in the presence of Agramagnu. Who? Dread Agramagnu, scion of Anshar, Lord of Shadows, ruler of the monstrous shambling things of old night and chaos which haunt the darkness beyond the circle of lamplight. Agramagnu, who overran the greatest cities of the world. The best houses glittered and reeked and ran with blood. The streets were slick with slaughter. Agramagnu, who bathed in the blood of children. Agramagnu, prince of havoc and horror. Oh, this is a good response. I've traveled all over the world, and seen and heard tell of many strange and ancient things, but I've never heard mention of you, not even once. No one remembers you. No one. You've left no legacy. You're not even a footnote, except perhaps in the dustiest of books. Then why are you here? I'm here to kill you. I am a demigod, and concepts of life and death become blurred in regards to one such as I. This husk you see before you is but a shadow of what I once was. Yet I still hold on to one last spark of life as a starving man clutches a crust of bread. He glares at you. There's a passion here, but not a human passion. There's a fierce and desperate emotion, but not one you would recognize. I am a demigod, and you will never understand the alien inferno that blazes in the furnace of my soul. You're only an elf. You will never know the destiny that howls in my heart. Never know my pain, my love, my almost sexual hatred. Really? Well, there's an alternate version of this game somewhere where this scene goes very different. Ah, my kitty's asleep and she looks so cute. She's got like a paw dangling out. I got her one of those shag beds for dogs on Amazon, but apparently cats really love them, and she loves it. She's so sleeping. Okay, anyway. Alright, anyway. You see, this isn't a tomb. It's not even a prison. It's a test. What are you talking about? Time is pressing upon me more and more. Immortal fires have burnt out this house of mortal flesh long ago. It is within my power to extend my life, but there is a problem. I'm a being of hideous strengths and hideous appetites. When I ruled, I pushed myself towards greater horrors, constantly aspiring to a point somewhere beyond the next extreme. Of course I went too far. Where else could I have gone? I don't follow you. I can transfer my spirit into the shell of another, but the shell must be strong to contain one such as I. The problem was, I'd wiped out nearly every living person with even a bit of power, and those who I'd enslaved, such as my lieutenants, were unsuitable, for their wills had been obliterated by the crystal's power. So I built this place and waited, allowing newer and stronger generations to grow and thrive, knowing eventually one would make their way here. Oh shit. He reaches out to caress you. You want to pull back, but find you can't. His touch is dry, like old beetle husks. Oh shit. What does my journal say about this? I have found the builder of this great place. It is Agramengnu, once the great and terrible ruler. I like the thought that I'm going, hold on a second, I need to write this down. Alright. Although as demigod, he is but a husk of what he once was. However, he seems to possess the means to transfer his spirit into the shell of another. By having killed or dominated any person of power in his time, there was no suitable replacement, so he waited down here for one to come, using this place as a kind of test. Now he plans to place his spirit into my body, destroying me in the process. Thank you for that summary. Only a remarkable person such as yourself could make it past my many hazards of this place, to my inner chamber. A person strong enough to serve as the vessel of my spirit. Of course, the process will destroy your own spirit, but that's no concern of mine. I feel myself pulled inexorably toward the platform. Shit. I am rooted. Agramengnu moves over to make some adjustment on the strange object between the two platforms. Alright, it will take only a few moments for the mystical energies to build up. Shit. I'm sure this will be quite painful for you. Feel free to scream. In fact, I hope you will. Oh, I don't have a lot of fortitude. Try to resist. Failure. An eldritch current flashes through your body. Try to resist. Success. You feel like a great weight has been lifted off you. Oh, thank God there was more than one try. Agramengnu turns to you in a rage. Uh-oh. Is he gonna kill me? I think he wants to. So. One sec. Oh, he hits hard. Okay. So let's fucking time stop. Let's abuse the mechanics of this game. Shit. Alright, we're gonna try to abuse the mechanics of this game again. Alright. So, first, let's heal up. Then, let's fucking maximize some missiles. I'm wondering if I don't go out there where the fucking spear is, but we're gonna deal with that later. If I have to, I will, if none of these spells work. But, in the meantime, let's see how this works. I think 3 might be a good... Okay. Ah, I can stack up more. Let's stack up more. Oh, it's working. Nice. Look at that. Oh, I killed him. Sweet! Let's stay really still so that the weird doesn't get me. And a key. What do we do with that? Oh, there's a door. Well, that's, I think, the door out. A soul transfer crystal. A platform. What does this do? You know what? Of course, the mirror would be the mummy's weakness. Thundercat fans. I'm not sure I know what you mean, but that's funny.
Now you die.
Alright. So what is this key I got for? Alright. There. Let's see you fucking transfer your soul again, fucker. Too excited to talk right now. Oh, treasure. Let's look at the treasure. Black chest. There's a rod. Rod of Nightmares. Wail of the Banshee 3 times a day. Oh, that is a good spell. I'm keeping that fucking thing. And money, a decent amount of money even. Gem pouch. Vanellope. Still don't know how to actually pronounce that. Alright, leave the device alone for now, and then I will try to do something later. I just want to make sure I'm, like, robbing everything I can. Alright. You know what? I'm a sorcerer with high charisma, low wisdom, and such. Let's do a bad idea. Oh, comment was a misunderstanding of something you said. Oh, fair enough. I do remember Mumra. He couldn't stand his own reflection. Mumra, the ever-living... The problem was, when I watched Thundercats, I'd already watched a couple years of Highlander. Or maybe not a couple years, but I'd at least seen some Highlander. So when he would go on about, I've ruled this planet for 1,000 years, I remember being like 11 and going, who the fuck cares? Well, not... I probably didn't say fuck, but it's like, Amanda's that old. Poor Amanda. That said, you know what was surprisingly watchable watching it later on? Is Highlander the Raven. It bombed as a spin-off, and I mean, I can understand why, because if we're big into the original show, it is different, but actually it was a lot of fun to watch. Like the dynamics with a female immortal and male sidekick was kind of fun. Every once in a while, some sexism would kick in there. But for the most part, she got to be the main protagonist. But mostly, the best part of Highlander the Raven was the sidekick, Nick Wolf. And it was just so... I was so delighted to see a character basically react to immortality the way he did. Because I love Highlander the series. It's like, and all the various takes on it. But until Highlander the Raven, I never saw a character who would react to the idea of immortality going, what is wrong with you people? It's like every part of immortal culture and so on that he'd encounter, would get this expression of bewildered disgust. It's like, you've got eternity and that's what you're doing with it? And so every time there was a hint of like, there was an episode where Joe Dawson showed up and Nick met him, and it was priceless. It's like I wanted a whole other season of regular Highlander just so that there could be a crossover where Nick Wolf met Duncan, met Richie. I could just imagine the character meeting Mythos and just like taking one look and going, no, you got to draw the line somewhere. There's some point where you got to draw the line in the sand and say no more. I am not dealing with this is my line, and leaving the fucking room. I love that guy, and of course the unsurprising twist at the end of what happens to him was completely unsurprising. But I would have liked to see the ramifications of that. And I was very sad that there wasn't a second season. So that's my thought on Highlander the Raven. That was one that I hadn't really liked it when it first aired, but watching it as an adult, I've actually found it delightful. So, okay. And I have done something with a device that blew up. Okay, well, hopefully I didn't do anything too stupid with it. Alright, I've destroyed Agra Menu and found a teleportation device. Okay. I feel sorry for the undead dude gambling, but I guess he doesn't count. Alright, so I'm in the outskirts. I am in a farmland. I feel quite comfortable. I guess I'm going to go back and try to report to death. Yep. Sometimes the terrible spin-offs turn out to be surprisingly watchable in weird ways. I think part of the problem is they're either too much like the original or you expect them to be too much like the original. And sometimes they don't really explore it very well. But I like spin-offs that add a different element while keeping some of the... Like, it doesn't even really have to have the same theme, per se. Like, like Star Trek Deep Space Nine doesn't really have all the same themes as Star Trek The Next Generation. But it, like, enriches the universe, even though it's different. So I find myself appreciating spin-offs more as an adult than I did when I was a kid. Alright, let's see. So, I have killed my 3 people. Have I beaten the game? Let's find out. Will death give this poor woman's husband back? I'm feeling like there's going to be a catch. Better Call Saul. I've not watched that because I didn't really watch Breaking Bad, but I've heard a lot of good things. Breaking Bad itself is one of those shows where I can recognize that it's good. No interest in watching it myself, though. I tried an episode and was like, wow, Walter White is really terrible. I watched the first episode and was thinking that. And then I heard he got worse, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not feeling this. But I can see that it's good. Bryan Cranston's a great actor and so on, but I'm just not feeling it. And that happens sometimes. I felt that way about Mad Men too, but I actually did watch that entire series with a friend. It was good. Hated it. Would rather have watched almost anything else, but it was good. Alright, so I have finished. Oh, there I go. Passing out. I'm at the Night Sea Crossing. Oh, this is new. And there's Somnus. Let's talk to Somnus.
Yes?
Hello again. Ah, Lord Sleep, this is the second time you have appeared in my dreams. I'm honored, but I was expecting your brother. We have met in your dreams many times. You've just forgotten upon waking. As for death, he is approaching. I want to thank you for your help. My 3 quests are now complete. My foes are vanquished. Congratulations, but keep in mind the real problems in life tend to be the ones that blindside you. In some quiet afternoon. Do you remember I said that there would be a price that had to be paid, and you would not understand the price? What do you mean? Oh, never mind. My brother had something he had to do, but he's ready to speak with you now. Goodbye, Sebastian Illustra. You always were one of my favorite martyrs. That's past tense. I'm not sure I like this past tense. Yep, that's true. It's true. It's not, like I said, it's not that it was a bad show. It's just, I don't have a very high threshold for unlikable protagonists. And, there's an entire genre of very, very good shows with unlikable protagonists. And, so it's already kind of teetering on it. And then, of course, there was the fan base and the way they reacted to Wife for being perfectly reasonable. Yep, no accounting for taste. Actually, that is one thread I didn't think about for both Breaking Bad and Mad Men, of shows that I didn't particularly like. Is that fans were total dicks to the wives, who were flawed individuals. But there's no way you look at Breaking. I don't think there's a rational way of looking at Breaking Bad and seeing the wife as the bad guy. It's like, no, you don't have to like her, but comparing. Like, that woman did not deserve the bullshit she got. Alright, I've come for you, Sebastian Alestra. Oh, great. I'm gonna be dead now. The three are dead. My task is completed. No, you don't understand. I have come for you. You are dead. Dead? But how? While you lay deep in the arms of my brother, asleep, an assassin crept into your room and slit your throat. Ah, you may be very powerful by the standards that mortals reckon such things, but not even you can survive that. A rather ignoble end for such a great hero, but few choose the hour and manner of their own death. Still, there are not many in your profession that have died in their sleep. Who did it? A creature known as a gloom. They are a race of elite assassins. Only a tiny handful of people know they even exist, but I know them well. They move quick and silently as a breath of cold wind. The man who goes for a walk and is never seen again. The woman found lying dead in a forest. They're their handiwork. I mean, I think he was up against a wall. And that part I understood. It wasn't it wasn't the drug dealing that was the problem with me. It was how he treated and abused basically the kid. And you're right too. His deal is pride. Yeah. I mean I could get that to an extent. It's more I don't know. It's more how he treated people in general that and the poor kid. Like basically as soon as he roped the kid into it, I'm like, I'm not going to be able to watch this show. On the other hand, I loved The Walking Dead until they killed off they finally killed off the character that was like with every Walking Dead fan I know, there's always a point where they killed off one character and it's not always the same character. Every fan of The Walking Dead I know has a particular character like, yeah, I watched it until they killed off X and then I wasn't watching it anymore. And I was like that too. Oddly enough, my particular X was not my favorite character. My favorite character did leave the show eventually, but I think is getting us might be getting a spin-off. I keep hearing. So I might actually watch that. But well, my favorite character is Rick. But it was killing a different character that kind of yeah, he was, but there's a difference between being on a one-way dead-end street and having someone shove you in front of a car. And I feel like Walter White shoved him in front of a car. It's like the kid was doomed anyway, but still. If this Gloom was an assassin, someone must have hired him. Yes, the Demon Lord Orcus. He had promised revenge. The Winter White, the Phasm, the Hag Cove, they were all his servants sent by him to hound and harass you. The Gloom was the final stroke. But think on this. Orcus knows you died. Like all demons, he is a creature of the moment. His mind is at the service of appetites. With his vengeance fulfilled, Orcus has already forgotten you and turned his attention elsewhere. You're free of his wrath. So he just gets away with it. So I guess this might be Sebastian's end. I might not get to play Wake after all. I'm a little sad about that. The truth is, you never stood a chance against the Demon Lord. Once you crossed him, your destruction was inevitable. Actions have consequences. It may seem unjust that Orcus is left unpunished, but life was never meant to be fair. And what is death but the coming to terms of one's own limitations? He draws himself up. Now, before I bring you to your final destination, there is still the unfinished business of your boon. I can wish myself to life, or I can wish Trent Wilkinsbane to life. Fuck. Alright, guys, let's take a vote. Should I wish for some poor lady's husband? Or should I wish for myself? I mean, I did have a good life. I did. I'm still sad about not being able to play that. Well, I mean, I could always write myself a temporary resurrection for the last game, right? I think I can. So yeah, let's wish for this guy to live. Um, I wish for Trent Wilkinsbane to be returned to life in my stead. Are you sure? This means the end to you. All done. You can't continue on as you have. That's good. Like I said, I've heard really good things about it. All right. Am I sure? Am I sure I want to give my life for Trent Wilkinsbane? You know what? I'm sure. So it shall be. End dialogue. Wait, I'm here? Oh, no, there he is. Oh, when they found you this morning in your room with your throat split ear to ear, I didn't know what to do. But now, not only do you stand here before me, but my Trent is back with me as well. It's like some dream. She clutches herself to her husband, tears of joy streaming down her face. I'm not sure I understand what's happened here, but I feel like we both owe you a debt we can never repay. Debts are kind of meaningless right now. We should be going. I don't mean to be rude or anything. It's just we haven't seen each other for a long time, and well, they walk off together, hand in hand. That was rather noble of you, to sacrifice yourself by that. I have led an interesting and varied life. I like to think I made some difference in the world for the better, and my death had meaning and purpose. Perhaps it's the most that anyone can say of their life. This is true. So what happens now? The Wilkinsbanes live happily ever after, and the hero is last seen walking off into the sunset, or sunrise, as the case may be. An unabashedly cheap and happy ending, but as endings go, still one of the best. He takes you by the hand. Come, I will lead you to a strange and distant land. You know, I think I'm ready for a new adventure. Now, the only problem with this is that it is not compatible with the next one, is it? Huh. So, do you want to see what happens if I live? I don't think I exported my game. That's alright. I guess it doesn't really need to be exported there. I kind of want to see what happens if I live. So, if I ask for my own life back instead of that guy's, if I decide to be selfish instead of give Sebastian Illustra the peace he finally deserves, what happens then? Let's see. Set the shadow key. Did I really not save after this? Hold on. Oh, I did not. Oh, I did. Okay, let's save. Do that instead. Alright, so. What happens if I wish myself to live? Sebastian is neutral. He's not good. That means that I can justify being selfish. I can justify being selfish, being true neutral. I think a good character definitely would have, and that was a very peaceful ending. I quite like it. So I'm going to zip through this. I am not going to read the dialogue again. What do you mean? Well, maybe I'll read this one again. So, I get to decide what ending I'm going to go with.
Hail the dead.
I have come for you, Sebastian Illustra. The three are dead. My task is completed. No, you don't understand. I've come for you. You are dead. Dead? But how? Well, you lay deep in the arms of my brother Sleep. An assassin crept into your room and slit your throat. You may be very powerful by the standards that mortals reckon such things, but not even you can survive that. A rather ignoble end for such a great hero, but few choose the hour and manner of their own death. Still, there are not many of you in your profession that have died in your sleep, so... Well, we asked who did it. Glarm. Orcus gets away with it, draws himself up. My boon. Well, okay, so this time, I wish to be returned to life. So it shall be. Oh, I can kill the gloom then. Alright. Sorry, Lydia, but I am what I am. And I'm not ready to go yet. It's a shame, though, because that really did seem to be an ending where I wasn't going to fall into the hands of Yama. Well, Yama is a god of death, Thanatos is a god of death. It's probably the same thing in the end. Okay, now... Poor Lydia. Probably going to have to lie to her a little bit. There we go. Death's realm again. Why am I still here?
Hail the dead.
And so it is over. You've killed the gloom. You've managed what few have throughout all eternity. To stay alive and free yourself from the wrath of Orcus. But Trent Wilkensbane remains dead. I could bring death to another 3. The favor of God is a rare and precious thing. It is unwise to seek it twice. So this was all for nothing. The 3 I killed posed no target to anyone. The 3 I killed posed no threat to anyone. It would have remained that way if I left undisturbed. I have made no difference whatsoever. Circumstances stand exactly as they were before I began. I wouldn't say that. All journeys leave their mark on us. Are you trying to say it was worth it, just for the experience I gained? I'm asking you to look for a deeper significance and consequence to your actions. Something more subtle than, say, saving the world or gaining a great treasure. The 3 I sent you against, do they not have something in common? Perhaps. They were not living. They were existing. Living means being involved with the world, not shut away somewhere. It means feeling, to the very end, the poignancy and triumph of being alive. Now what have you learned of me? We'll go with the second. Death does not have to be an enemy that is feared and fought with, but a friend that walks beside us and reminds us to save her life. You've answered wisely. Come, we shall see the grieving widow. Poor Lydia. Lydia Wilkensbane, I appear before you to tell you your champion's task is incomplete. You will never see your husband again in this life. This is a bitter truth, I know, but one you must accept. Tears stream down her face. Her voice trembles. That's true. It can be hard to RP chaotic neutral. It's hard to RP neutral in general. For Sebastian, I've been going with generally well-meaning, not malicious, but somewhat self-centered. Which is why I do actually think this is the better ending for him. Tears stream down her face. Her voice trembles. But I thought love was stronger than death. Thanatos nods. It is. And perhaps had you tried to seek me out yourself, your love would have been so great that I could not help but bow to its demand. Oh, ouch. Instead, you sent another in your place, because deep down, you were too afraid, and your fear was stronger than your love. She looks down shamefaced. Pure love endures all things, even death itself. It is a kind of love that has been dreamt for by every man, yet has been fulfilled by none. Still, I am not without compassion. Throughout the ages, there have been many who have made similar requests of me. I offer you the same as I offered them. It is within my power to deaden that part of your mind that dwells on your beloved. You will not remember him, never again to feel the ache and pain of his absence. Lydia ponders this. A dozen different thoughts and feelings pass across her face. I think I'd rather keep my memories of Trent, pain and all. For the first time since you've met him, the grim voice of Thanatos seems to have a note of warmth to it. Very well. Know this. Life is transitory, but love is immortal, and death is only a horizon, and a horizon is merely the limits of our vision. You need to continue with your life. Your husband is dead, and you are alive. So live. Now, my time here is at an end. I must be going. Before you leave, I'm curious. All those others, these lovers that you made the same offer to, how many chose to forget? None. Not one. Dialogue. And I am exported. Well, I actually think that was the better ending. Being selfish, the first ending was a little pat. I mean, It is nice to think of a version of Sebastian Illustra who went off into the sunset and had a peaceful end. But this is Sebastian. He ain't done yet. He's still got to suffer at least once more. Yeah, it was better. That's actually rare though. It's really rare that I've played something where the selfish ending was better. I mean, there's some things where the evil ending is better, of course. Like I would actually say, like from what I've read about it, because I've never played it all the way through, but Mask of the Betrayer, the recaps and such I've read, I thought the evil ending was better for that. Um, Hordes of the Underdark, I thought the evil ending was quite good to lead into those epilogue modules anyway. But I don't think I've ever seen anything where the selfish ending was better. And maybe the better for everyone involved. Interesting. So, my thought is that Sebastian Illestra has one adventure left in him. And I probably shouldn't have exited, huh? And I'm not going to start it tonight, but I'm going to kind of show it a little bit. Now, it's going to require a fairly big time skip. Now, of course, I could just keep playing through and try to bring the character up to that level naturally, but I'm not going to do that, let's be honest. It would require finding more modules thematically that might or might not fit, but the module in question is called Wake. And it happens after the Narcopolis module. Decades after leaving the city of Narcopolis, you retired from your adventuring lifestyle. Today, your granddaughter is coming by for a visit. She always enjoys listening to the tales of your adventure. So Wake is for a level 39 character. So, I don't really know what to expect from it. I only know that it is a level 39 character and that it definitely has elements of an ending. I know of a fellow who played through the original campaign, Erebeth's Redemption, some of the other epilogue modules there, and I think he did this trilogy in Some Distant Shore as silent playthroughs on YouTube, but I didn't watch it. The way he fit it all together was that like these all happened before or during the epilogue of Erebeth's Redemption, which I thought was kind of interesting. But yep, according to this, the minimum character level required is 39. And of course, the first comment on it is that it doesn't really need to be that high level and that doesn't really use all of the advantages of being that high level. But I think thematically, I think I get why it would be high level. So if I poke in here, will it auto level me or do I have to do my own? So let's poke my head in and see. I don't know that I really have anything from this past adventure that I want to keep in Zerkos, so. Gosh, 15. Look at this asshole. He's such a dick. Alright.
Hi.
Oh, there's my granddaughter. Oh, it looks like it's starting with a cinematic, so I think I'm not going to do that then. Because I don't really want to spoil it. So do I want to raise myself now to level 39 or do it at the beginning of the next session I play, which will probably be Saturday. Maybe tomorrow, but not likely. Yeah, I'll probably wait and do it then. It's always fun to start off with character building. All right. So now let's see who I want to raid. Let's see. Who is on? Is Effector still on? He is. He's doing his spooky thing. Effector's always a good one to raid. Though I do tend to raid him a little too often. Now, Ride Ziff Shoepuff, who plays a lot of Final Fantasy games, is playing Life is Strange right now. That might be good. I've only popped into their chat a couple times, but they seem like she seems like a nice person and had some fun activities when I did. It was during like the September subathon. So maybe we'll annoy Rides the Shoepuff. All right. I'm going to wish you a good night. And see you soon. Ah.